Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to BENXT, the hottest wrestling show on all of internet television. Hello, PlayStation Nation. Are you standing by?
Hello, PlayStation Nation.
Confirmed. The PlayStation Nation is here. Good evening, everybody. I hope you're ready because we're kicking things off with a bang pretty much immediately as we continue BENXT Stand and Deliver, and it's time to unify some title belts. Funky Barbara Piss is the current PipDown Men's champion. Simon Miller, the interim champion. The two go head-to-head to start off the stream, and we unify the titles. Who will stand tall in the PipDown Men's division? We will find out. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you've had a lovely day. Massive thank you to Desi Does Pizza for the resub. 9 months. It is stream time, my dudes. Certainly bloody is. The Will of Phil The Will of Phil as Phil. 9 months as well. BENXT. Thank you so much. And CMD Nemo, welcome to the thickness. Thank you so much for the subscribe. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So yes, tonight we welcome a new roster member. And if you were part of the Pokémon stream or watched the VOD earlier in the week, then you will know. You will know exactly who that is. It's not a huge surprise. But yeah, we've got the rest of BENXT Stand and Deliver, including the Unification match, and that will also include Peter Austin defending his Vidiots championship against Ben Potter and Michael Johnson. And in the main event, what was it again? I remember, it was the Chevrolet Matisse defending her title against Carla. So, quite a lot to come your way tonight. It's going to be weird and strange, and of course you will be able to predict with your channel points as we go through. So if you've got BENXT bucks locked and loaded, get ready for those predictions. Welcome in mods as well. Thank you so much for being here. There was a slight mishap last week with the predictions. It could happen to anyone, but we did accidentally crown the winner of a match that was not the winner of a match. And that's not going to happen this week. We're not going to do it again. It'll be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. Samantha Shaw, 45 stream streak. That is massively impressive. Thank you. What do you mean, why would I do that? I didn't name and shame Lord Brotovich. I didn't. Anyway, it's all going to be fine is my point. So, without much further ado, would you like to meet the newest member of the roster? I think you would. Let's go and see her right now. Here she is. It's Bonquit. Bonquit is here. She's ready to go. Bonquit off of Pokemon Scorched Silver. Of course, Bonklin's already on the roster, albeit as a manager, and we don't see him very often. Former Little Kongstrong champion, lest we forget. Bonklin. But Bonquit has officially joined PipDown. She is in the Butterfield division, and hopefully we'll get to see something from her very soon. Bonquit Ben, it's pronounced Bonquit. Yeah, sorry, my bad. My mistake. Welcome in, everybody just joining. Got it wrong. How embarrassing. I certainly hope that the ring announcer gets her name pronunciation correct. Am I right? That would be terrible if she didn't do that. Okay. Here's where we are. We're most of the way through BENXT Stand and Deliver. This is what's happened so far on the show. Shrek lost in a title match against Seth Pissin Rollins for the Wide Championship. Then German Cheggers beat the sexiest man alive, Les freaking Go. Rules Boss lost to Gollum. Dreadful, devastating stuff. The Vent Pervert was unsuccessful in his debut against the Pufferfish for the Butterfield Title Championship title belt. And here we are. Simon Miller, the interim PipDown Men's champion, goes one-on-one with the PipDown Men's champion Funky Barbara Piss to unify the divisions and unify the title If Simon wins... Oh, skipped ahead. If Simon wins, he brings it back to the men's division. If Barbara wins, the men's division moves over to an intergender division that she rules over with an iron fist. Are you guys ready? Because I don't think we should muck around. I think we need to just get stuck in. And I need to double check this is still a double championship match. It looks like it's defaulted to a one championship. So that's good. There has been a patch for this game. It might have broken it. Right, so select championship. That one. That one. Yeah, it has. It's fucked up, basically. And that one. Now it's fixed, hopefully. Alien Sweat Hands, 5 stream streak. Thank you so much. Thank you. Here we go. So now, yes, it should oscillate between the two titles. Thank goodness I checked that. That would have been annoying. Right. Are you ready? Simon Miller, Funky Barbara Piss, unification match to start the stream. If we can get that prediction going, mods, I think we're ready to rock and roll. And there it is, right on cue. We're going to unify the titles, and that's okay. Miller, Piss, 1-on-1. Phil Hughes, 1998, thank you so much for the resub. 3 months, BENXT. BENXT, BENXT. Yes. Okay, you have 1 minute and 30 seconds to lock in your predictions, because these guys are about to kick off. And away we go.
The following contest is scheduled for
one fall.
The Pure Smackdown Men's and Smackdown Men's
Cool. Championships. 2 titles on the line. Let's welcome the first champ.
Why?
Simon Miller started the Elimination Chamber match on PipDown just 1 day ago in Universe. He lasted all the way to the end, successfully eliminating, I think, 4 out of the 6 people in that match. A dominating performance to capture the interim men's championship. And now, not only does he have it down on his permanent record that he has been a world champion, but he could walk out tonight as double champ / undisputed champion. But he has to go through this woman. And this is going to be a tall mountain for Miller to climb. Funky Barbara, the PipDown Men's champion, capturing that title by defeating Piss Jericho a couple of weeks ago. Accompanied to the ring this evening by Alexa Piss, her stablemate and family member. Sort of the centre of attention, kind of stealing the spotlight a little bit is Alexa, but Funky Barbara looks fired up and she's ready to go. Psylog 3 stream streak, thank you. Put those BENXT bucks to good use. Not much more to do now except see the referee make the introductions and raise those 2 championships high. So let's do it. The interim PipDown Men's Championship, currently held by Simon Miller. And the PipDown Men's Championship, held, of course, by Funky Barbara Piss. Let's do it.
Introducing first, from London, England, weighing in at 225 pounds, the Pure Smackdown
PipDown
Men's Champion, Simon Miller.
Simon Miller. sort of phasing in and out of existence as he takes a good hard look at that belt. He's only held it for 1 day. PipDown.
Men's champion, Bonquit, Pierce.
Real emphasis put on that introduction by the ring announcer. I'm a big fan of hers. Hopefully we can find a way to bring her over full time to BENXT and PipDown. But there we are. 1 title taken by the referee. And he will now retrieve Simon's championship. And the winner will hold both of those titles. Unify the division. In time, probably within a couple of weeks, we will design perhaps a new belt to represent the fact that they are the undisputed champion. But for now, the winner will carry around 2 title belts, as is their right. And it's Simon Miller with just repeated strikes and then a spine buster as well to Funky Barbara. Massive kick to the stomach, and Simon in control in the early goings here as Funky Barbara potentially going to be on the receiving end of a deadlift. Ooh, back suplex there. And Simon Miller really showing what he's all about so far. Oh, and a little back heel kick just to the temple of Funky Barbara. That's very rude indeed. Magic Mikey 90, thank you so much for the resub. 7 months. Good evening to you. And Alexa Piss already playing dividends, distracting Simon Miller, giving Funky Barbara the opportunity to get back to her feet and lift Simon Miller up into an electric chair position and bring him crashing back down to the canvas. Simon gets straight back up, completely no-sells that, which is very rude. Funky Barbara, Samoan drop. And now it's Barbara's turn. Full head of steam from Barbara. There's the splash. We've seen her do that so many times. Got off to a shaky start back when we first began BENXT. Didn't really have much success at all, but she's been on a real run of form the past few months, it must be said. Miller gets out of the way of that. Funky Barbara sent to the ropes, and big crossbody from Simon Miller. And Simon Miller, there's no give there with that man. Rolls her up. Kick out at nothing. Too early for that sort of stuff. Simon Miller just a wall of muscle. You don't want to get hit by that, driving all the wind out of Funky Barbara. And now look at the disrespect to Barbara. Is that a good idea from Simon Miller? I'd argue it probably isn't. Elbow drop from Miller to Barbara. Boot to the spine. And now Miller sits up Barbara. Off the ropes again. Oh, and just a double axe handle to the back of the head of Funky Barbara. Boot to the elbow. And now Miller, full mount. And I tell you what, it's not looking good for Funky Barbara so far. She's taken an absolute pummeling. Simon Miller has barely been harmed in this match. You can see here the damage that Funky Barbara has taken. And it is not even comparable to Simon, who appears to have a clean bill of health. Oh, and Barbara managed to duck that, but she doesn't duck this. So, oh, now a counter from Barbara. Miller sent into the ropes. Barbara misses. Barbara misses again. That is wildly inaccurate from Barbara Pierce as she's sent across the ring by Miller, and it's just not looking like it's Barbara's night. But we have seen her come back from worse, so there is still a chance. And Miller again, sort of twisting the knife, as it were, needling and disparaging the fellow champion. The Pain Train, thank you very much for the bits. Yeah. Appreciate it. And Barbara pushes Simon Miller away. And Miller ducks that, but he doesn't get out of the way of this as Barbara sends Miller into the ropes. And a massive power slam. Spinebuster, sorry. Single-handed spinebuster, and Simon Miller is now damaged. Miller very close to having his signature. Funky Barbara is getting there. And Barbara now looking to show off herself. Turnabout very much being fair play here. Another stamp to the spine. And Miller does now have his signature, and Barbara's going to want to steer clear of that, but she's not managed to get out of the way of it. Barbara sent into the ropes. Miller went for the spear. Barbara managed to counter it, and that is a very timely counter from Funky Barbara. Although Miller directly back in control again, she did counter Simon Miller's spear attempt. And Funky Barbara is the one with the signature now, but she has taken an awful lot of damage, and she's stunned. Referee, once again, not getting the memo, giving us a horrid view of the action. And I tell you what, Miller could win it right here. That would be incredibly embarrassing for Barbara, who kicks out at 1. Ian Westcote, thank you for the resub. 8 months. Thank you, Ian. Hope you've had a lovely day. Miller sits Barbara up. Oh, and Barbara rolls out of the way, surprisingly spry given the damage she's taken. And Miller's going to want to look out now because it's Funky Barbara. Scoop slam and Barbara into the cover. I don't think you're going to win off a scoop slam, but you never know. Kick out at 1. And Barbara could be looking for the piss warm stunner. She could be looking for the Jinkle Jam, and for Simon Miller to be on the receiving end of a Jinkle Jam would be pretty devastating here. But first, oh my god, that's a long way down. Funky Barbara, deceptively rangy, deceptively tall. If she's got you up there, that's a long way down. Delayed vertical suplex. We've seen Miller do this an awful lot. This might be rubbing salt in the wound here from the PipDown Men's champion. Down goes Miller. And Funky Barbara still with a signature in tow. She could be looking for the Sparkle Splash here. We do not see her pull this out very often. She's going for it. She absolutely smashes the Sparkle Splash into the cover. Is Simon Miller's dream of unification over? No. Miller's still alive. But for how long? Funky Barbara has her finisher. Oh, and she just absolutely bonks him with that big right hand. Oh, and Miller. Drop toe hold. Takes out Barbara, and I would argue now is not the time to be showboating. But Miller is very close to a finisher himself. And he needs to be very careful. He needs to capitalize on this advantage here. He now has a finisher, and he could be going for the Miller Hammer here. If Simon Miller hits the Miller Hammer, he is the unified... Oh no! PipDown Men's champion, and Barbara messes it up as well, but Barbara did counter the Miller Hammer. That's the real takeaway here. Simon Miller's Miller Hammer was countered, and Miller with a sit-out spinebuster. Is this enough for Miller to put away Barbara? No, it's not. Funky Barbara has taken a lot of punishment. Quite frankly, she could either tap out here, or it could just be a case of one significant move from Simon Miller that's not a signature or a finisher, and Miller gets the win. So Funky Barbara really wants to be swinging for the fences, and she absolutely is, cleaning the clock of Simon Miller. And now, what's Barbara looking to do? She's going to the top rope. What's she looking for here? Oh, it's the wet nap! Oh, we've not seen Funky Barbara hit the wet nap for years. Can she become the undisputed PipDown champion off the wet nap? She had her feet on the ropes as well, and the referee saw it. Oh, why did Barbara take that risk? That was such a risk from Barbara. She put her feet on the ropes for extra elevation, and the referee saw it. Simon Miller now looking to take advantage. Barbara dropped face first onto the turnbuckle. And Simon going for another pin. And now he puts his feet on the ropes. Surely not. No. Barbara kicks out. And Miller staying on it. Barbara sent into the ropes. Miller looking for something. Barbara with the counter. Big clothesline from Funky Barbara. Back and forth these two go. Barbara has earned herself a finisher. Is she able to hit it? Spinebuster. And Funky Barbara has a signature and a finisher. She elects to go straight for the pin. This could be all she wrote here. And it's Funky Barbara who captures both championships and is now the undisputed PipDown Men's champion. She had it won a couple of times. Miller had it won a couple of times, but some costly mistakes on both sides ultimately resulted in a victory for Funky Barbara. The absolute shake-up, and here's that Sparkle Splash again, picture perfect. The absolute shake-up of the PipDown Men's division continues as Funky Barbara with the wet nap. She would have won it here. She elected to go for the pin and cheat by putting her feet on the ropes for extra elevation, and ultimately it was off a sequence of moves that put down Miller, and for the first time Funky Barbara is a double champion. Funky Gal Barbara Piss has unified the divisions. She's unified the titles, and the entire men's division is moving to a different division so that her reign of terror can continue. Funky Barbara with a huge victory to start things off here tonight. And to be perfectly honest, I thought Simon Miller had that. I really thought Simon Miller had that. But it wasn't to be. Funky Barbara's reign of terror begins now. Up next, another championship on the line. Ben Potter and Michael Johnson challenge Peter Austin for the Vidiots Championship. Ben Potter, the inaugural Vidiots champion, crowned during the final Vidiots reunion stream last December, that was the month. And Peter Austin winning the title at WrestleMania. Unfortunately for Peter, though, he can't hold that championship forever. Every single pay-per-view that we have, all of the big shows, that championship will be defended, it will be on the line, and that's no different tonight. Because up next, we have the Vidiots Championship Triple Threat. Predictions are now live. Who is walking out with the Vidiots Gold? That shiny yellow Vidiots Championship. Who wants it more? Let's find out. Get those predictions in, everybody. We're rocking and rolling now.
The following contest is a triple threat match and is for the Undisputed Internet Television Championship.
Close enough to Vidiots. I'm not sure what order they're coming in. I think that's Ben.
Introducing
There he is.
challenger from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 228 pounds, Dude Ben Potter.
Ben Potter, former Vidiots champion, former tag team champion with the Vidiots champion, Peter Austin. Can they coexist? No is the answer. They're about to leather one another. No relation to me, of course. I've never seen this man in my entire life. Don't know who he is. No clue. And of course, the partner in crime,
We got that doggy shit.
Michael
Introducing the challenger
Johnson.
from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 200.
The Boofers.
Bring it down. I see them almost every day. You know I stop and say,
Flyboy Michael Johnson.
Gets in my way, there's gonna be a price
Little
to
bit of
pay.
a
Smack
hinty
bitch.
teaser, hinty
Smack a
teaser.
bitch, smack a bitch. What?
We have
And I ain't talking about a female
practically
dog.
finalised
This one
a few
goes
of the
out to
details
my
for the
baby.
Podiots
May
live
you
show.
rest in peace. My heart
Details to
hurts
follow.
so much. I made a
Later, not
memorial
now,
quiche.
not now. Soon though.
Cheese.
Progress is being made.
Was made to please.
We will be able to
And
communicate
ease.
that stuff to you hopefully very soon.
I got a
Get ready.
manifesto. I
Right,
wanna
Mikey
be
Johnson's
the
here. And that of course means there's one more man to make his way down to the ring. And that is the Vidiots champion, Peter Austin. That belt is so big on him. He's basically drowning in it.
Weighing in at 195 pounds, the Undisputed Internet Television Champion, the Peter Austin.
That's one big belt. My belt's so big, I'm gonna need some new trousers. Vidiots champion is here. Will there be a Snappy's Tomato Pizza? No comment. Have you decided to do it in Philadelphia by chance? That would be nice. Well, I didn't want to say anything, but yes. The Vidiots Championship up for grabs for the third ever time. Ben Potter, no relation. Michael Johnson, never met him. Peter Austin, who's that? Peter Austin would love to hold on to his gold for another month, of course, and immediately Peter goes straight after Michael Johnson. Ben waiting, big boot to the face, probably still pissed off from when he lost the championship. Mikey Johnson would also love to hold the Vidiots title, the only one of the trio not to have done so far. Fisherman suplex into the bridge with the pin. Not quite going to do it probably. Peter Austin, though, that's exactly the opportunity you want in a triple threat match. To have the third man down and out so they can't interfere or break up the pin. It's a bit too early for that. Michael Johnson, a former wide champion, unfortunately lost the championship to tournament winner Seth Pisson Rollins at Walrus Mania. As I said, Ben Potter is a former Vidiots champion and former tag team champion, as is Peter Austin, current Vidiots champion, former BENXT tag team champion. Additionally, Peter Austin was... Did he win something at... I haven't even got... Guys, Stop! I haven't even got my spreadsheet open. Bloody hell, guys, I was flying blind. Hang on, spreadsheet. Hang on. Spreadsheet wasn't open. No, Peter did not win a Christmas title. That's fine. I thought Peter might have won one of the Christmas titles, but that's okay. As far as I'm aware, Peter has only won the tag title and the Vidiots Championship. We're fine. Everything's fine. Bloody hell. Oh, God. The whole thing nearly blew up in our faces there. Cooley Wooly, 15 stream streak. Thank you very much. Don't worry, the spreadsheet is open now. It's open now. Bloody hell, I think I'm looking a bit washed out again. Oh. Still a bit bright. A little better, maybe. A little bit better. How can we play without the spreadsheet? I am so reliant on the spreadsheet now for facts. But it does require meticulous upkeep. Just like PipDown Men's champion. Funky Barbara's a one-time. Simon Miller one-time. Funky Barbara needs to go down again as Undisputed one time. There we are. Updated the spreadsheet. In the meantime, this match is continuing. Mikey Johnson is down. Jawbreaker from Ben Potter. It appears a baseball bat has been introduced to affairs. I don't think it's been used yet. Mikey might be about to pick it up. Oh, and Ben just throwing his entire body weight at Michael Johnson. And he's beckoning for both of them to stand up. This is wild. Okay, springboard knee strike. Peter Austin is... Oh, no, and Michael Johnson is about to be on the receiving end of a second one as Ben picks up that baseball bat and he's absolutely clonked them both. Into the cover goes Ben on the champion. Peter Austin with the kick out. Ben is the first of the trio to earn his signature maneuver. That blue bar now full. Peter with the counter. Mikey Johnson spins round. DDT, down goes Peter. Hello, gravy in my veins. Fantastic name. I wish I had a similar thing going on with my biochemistry. Welcome in. Made it to a BENXT live. So thrilled you're here. Stick around and wager some BENXT bucks, why don't you? Michael Johnson just doing a quick prayer. Just talking to the big man. Ben's doing a double muscle pose on the outside. Not really sure why. Ben now back into the ring. Walks straight into a right hand from Peter. Counter from Peter Austin. Ben Potter with the pissworm stunner. That's Ben Potter with the pissworm stunner. Michael Johnson back to his feet at the worst possible time for Ben, though. And Ben not able to capitalise on hitting the stunner there. And Michael Johnson playing interference. Ben will not be able to... Hello. Would you care to comment? Would you care to comment? Look how patient she is. She lets me hold her like this for at least 10 seconds before she starts to wriggle. Oh, and a massive spear from Ben Potter to Michael Johnson. Absolutely cuts him in half. No, that's Peter Austin, sorry. That's a completely different man. And once again, it's Michael Johnson who's going to play spoiler. Ben cannot catch a break in this match. Every time he thinks he's about to hit the winning move, he gets absolutely clocked by Michael Johnson and Peter Austin now, showing some of his technique and speed. And I'm thrilled to confirm that we have officially earned ourselves a pip down here. Pippa is sat down, snap suplex again into the bridge. Michael Johnson. Oh my God, Michael John! Michael John has won the match off a suplex. While Ben Potter was out of the ring, we have a new Vidiots champion. Arguably the hard work done by Ben Potter, no relation, and Michael Johnson able to hit Peter Austin with just enough damage for Mikey John. Mikey John to secure himself the Vidiots Championship. Here we see another example. Ben with the Vidiots champion in the ring, absolutely cutting Peter Austin in half, and Mikey Johnson coming to just at the right time. This is where Mikey took out Ben. And then with Ben Potter going under the ring for more weaponry, Mikey able to put down the Vidiots champion. Oh, and Ben is upset, understandably.
It was made to please and ease this sense of melancholy. I got a manifesto. I wanna be the first to hug and pet every dog on this planet called Earth. Left hand, right hand, left hand, give it a pet. This boy feeling like a cloud.
This boy feeling like a cloud. Pip of the claws are so unnecessary. Michael Johnson has secured his first Vidiots championship reign. We're officially playing hot potato with this title. Everybody gets a chance. On the spreadsheet it goes. Ben Potter, no relation, one-time Vidiots champion. Peter Austin, never met him, one-time Vidiots champion. Michael Johnson, who? One-time Vidiots champion. Mikey holds gold again. Void bet. Who's Michael John? We'll probably need to do that. I'm going to make a note. Update Michael John. Update men's division because Barbara has turned it on its head. And then we also need to do a redesign of the PipDown title because it's now undisputed. But we're going to let Barbara walk around with 2 championships for a bit because that's fun. There we are. Classic 33-33-33 booking this. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. And now it is time for our main event. The PipDown Women's Champion, Chevrolet Matisse, defends her championship against beloved text-to-speech icon Carla. Lol. There we go. I'm going to have to scroll up a bit because it all started getting quite excited when this message came through. There we are. How many hours of YouTube docs do I need to watch to catch up with BENXT? Approximately 3 days worth, probably. But I would say that I do try my best to present it in a style that would allow you to hop in whenever you want. And also, it's not that deep. It's fucking nonsense. So hopefully you can enjoy it with limited experience. Okay. Main event time. BENXT Bucks are hot. Feel free to gamble, I mean predict with them. Chevrolet Matisse defends her title against Carla. Petter gets hit by a car. Lol. It's good. That's a good phonetic impression of Carla. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's bloody go. The main event of this wrestling show is a car versus a text-to-speech voice. Yes. Yes, it
The
is.
following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the SmackDown Women's
PipDown.
Championship.
Oh, Pippa's digging the claws in, and I think it's because she's upset because she's no longer the PipDown Women's Champion. Understandable. Hello? Oh, there they are. The Icons. The team collectively known as Road Rage. It is, of course, the PipDown Women's Champion, the Chevrolet Matisse, and the Fisher-Price car. Of course they're best friends. They're cars. They know each other. You know? Beep, beep. And the other one says, beep, beep indeed. And here they come. Will old Chevy Matisse be able to hold on to her championship there? That's the question. She has a game challenger in Carla. So let's get to it. Oh God, I can't. There it is. It's been a minute since we've seen Santino and Carla come out together. And we'd be remiss in forgetting that these two were fairly dominant in the early days of the BENXT tag division. Carla, of course, alongside Santina Marella, is a 2-time BENXT Tag Team Champion. High fives, hugs. Santino will go up to the top rope to gesture, even though it's not his match. It's about Carla. So let's crack on with the introduction, shall we? And there's that belt. Dong. PipDown Women's Championship on the line.
Introducing the challenger from Milan, Italy.
Did she say the challengers?
And her opponent from Birmingham, England, the SmackDown Women's
Champion. Black Car, also known as the Chevrolet Matisse, has been the PipDown Women's Champion since she dethroned Pippa the Cat, the inaugural champion. She's been champion for a while. She walked into Walrus Mania as champion. She walked out of Walrus Mania as champion. And here we are, the first pay-per-view after Walrus Mania. And she's defending the title again against a text-to-speech voice. And immediately clobbers the challenger. And now, oh my goodness me. Right hands raining down on the forehead of Carla. And then a boot as well. Not a car boot, but like from her foot, from her car foot that she has. And now the challenger getting a bit of offense in. A couple of strikes, a DDT. I did all the BENXT from this channel over a week's worth of work. That is commitment, Bootsy. I salute that. I salute that. Into the cover. And a kick out of 1. We are, of course, only 2.5 real world months removed from probably the release of WWE 2K25. At which point, your progress, of course, does not carry over. We will have to rebuild from scratch. And I was talking about this in the Discord. I think what my plan is once the game comes out, we'll stream the career mode, because that's always fucking insane. And while I give myself a few weeks off BENXT to stream the career mode, we will be rebuilding. We'll be making all the arenas, putting all the wrestlers back in. It's still going to be a process of adding over the course of God knows how long. But at least by the time we finish the career mode, my aim will be to have some form of functioning BENXT that we can start Season 2 with. Will it look markedly different? No. Will it play markedly different? No. That's probably it. Okay. PipDown Women's Champion in control of the challenger at this point. Carla has taken an awful lot of punishment, not visible because I am in the way. Kick to the hamstring, though, of the champion. Oh, and Carla managed to miss with that clothesline. I'm not sure how, but a counter now from Carla, who is closing in on a signature, as is the Chevrolet Matisse. Chevrolet Matisse sent it. Oh, and a dropkick with a backflip from Carla. Impressive. Pippa's gone now. My legs are claw-free. Oh, wow, and look at that from Carla. Head scissors takedown off the handstand. And Chevrolet Matisse a bit quicker off the go there to lock in that grapple, and Carla hung up to dry on the ropes and now stamping on the digits of Carla. And she needs those digits in order to read text-to-speeches. So pretty cruel if you ask me from the champion as she goes to the top rope. Oh, and Carla catches her. Big right hand to the bread basket, as they say, of the PipDown Women's Champion. Now going back to work on Carla on the outside, and Carla has taken an awful lot of offense here. And what's... Oh my goodness me. Planting the challenger, and we don't want this thing to end in a count-out. Fortunately, though, Carla, with the kip up, springboard straight over the top, and she manages to catch the champion, sends her into the corner. Now spins around. And I think she's going to go shoulder first. Oh! Good thing the Chevrolet Matisse has inbuilt crumple zones, because that is quite a car crash. And now Carla with the gesture. What's she looking to do? Basement dropkick. And the champion crumples as Carla with these big right hands. Oh, why did she take so? I don't know what she was doing there. She took way too long. And the Chevrolet Matisse has Carla in a powerbomb position. Chevrolet Matisse has her signature locked and loaded. And Carla now hung out on the ropes. And the champion is calling for it. Could this be the end of Carla's night? As the champion sends Carla into the ropes. Oh, and a massive deep six. The challenger is down. And Carla is still going. Carla is still alive. But she needs to watch out, because the Chevrolet Matisse has that finisher, and if she's not careful, she could be hit by a car. Chevrolet Matisse going for a submission, though. Waves it off, does the referee, and now Carla. Again, she's just not moving fast enough. She had the advantage, didn't get it. Oh, and Carla's been hit by a car. Carla has been hit by a car. Into the cover goes the Chevrolet Matisse. Fisher-Price car looking confident on the outside, and that is a retention for the Chevrolet Matisse, who is successful in retaining her title. And Carla looks upset about it. She had a good showing, but really, she was just absolutely outclassed here tonight. As the PipDown Women's Champions reign continues here on PipDown, nobody has been able to step to her. And that seems to be the way things are going to continue to go. Chevrolet Matisse emerged victorious against Carla in this highly anticipated match. The BENXT universe anticipated this matchup would decide the end of their rivalry, but it's clear neither superstar is ready to put this contest to rest. Whatever that means. Whatever the hell that means. And now, my guys, it's time for admin. Hope you're ready. First, though, we should continue to the next BENXT and see what the computer has served us up. We will, of course, be replacing one of those matches with the Aldi Red Thunder Battle Royal. But let's see what it gives us. Let's see what it gives us. In the battle of Car versus Carla, Car wins. Nice. Okay, what have you got for us, WWE 2K26? 2K25? Seth Piston Rollins versus Jackanism. Shrek versus Dick Machinko. Emma the Bear and Grimace have a promo against one another. Dave Benson Phillips and Neil Buchanan go 1-on-1, or 2-on-2, sorry, with James Jenkins and Kat the Writer. And in the main event, it's Dominic Pisterio versus Silas the Dog Boy. Now, which of those do we cut? I feel like it might be the promo. I think the promo might get cut. Two of the biggest wrestlers we have, Emma the Bear and Grimace. Apparently it's part of a rivalry, so we will see those guys clash again. So I think I'll probably end up maybe trimming that one. Perhaps. You could run an elimination tournament to choose which characters come over and who makes room for new characters. It's a good idea. I think I have a fairly good handle on who will be a priority signing for Season 2 of BENXT, though. I don't think we necessarily need to do that, because I would be devastated if perhaps one of the less popular wrestlers ends up winning and Barbara Piss can't come to the new show, for example. So I'll probably do that one myself. Okay. This, of course, does mean that it's time to spin the wheel. It's the first wheel spin of the stream. So first we need to get the Aldi Red Thunder champion in here. I believe they are now... Actually, who is it now? Is it Billy Ray? I think Billy Ray's the Aldi Red Thunder champion now, isn't he? His two attires, his referee attire, of course. Right. It's time for the wheel. Here we go. First challenger is... Emma the Bear's allowed. Emma the Bear's allowed. We are enforcing a new rule now, introduced last week, where if they're already on the show, they don't get to wrestle if they're called by the wheel. But Emma the Bear's match was, well, it was a promo and it was just cut, so she gets to wrestle. Let's spin it again. Ann Horse. Get in here. 1 win and 10 losses. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Ashto has been called forth by the wheel. 2 more slots remain. Michael Jugson. Get your weird face in here. There he is. And the final slot goes to... Dr. Hill. Okay. That is our field for the Red Thunder Battle Royal. Get that wheel off my screen right now. There we go. Save that. What? Now we have some other admin to do. We need to update Michael Johnson so when he wins it doesn't say Michael John. Don't know how we've not spotted that before. His name is surely not too long to be included. Superstar.
No.
Michael John. There he is. Some kind of div, thank you very much for the resub. 9 months, well, huzzah. Huzzah indeed. Enjoy your golden badge. Thank you so much for your support. Give me that personal information, Michael John. That's so weird. Okay. Oh no, that's why. When we would just make it Mikey. Can we do Mikey Johnson? Is that enough? My John. Oh no. My John. Mikey Johnso. Mikey Johnso. Fuck it. He's called Mikey Johnso now. That's good enough. Old Mikey Johnso. You know that guy. Mikey Johnso, right? Yeah. Sure. Mike Johnson. No, I refuse to call him Mike Johnson. I won't do it. That's a different man. That's a different man. If Michael/Mikey ever goes by Mike, it's going to really freak me out. It's going to weird me out, man. I'd rather have him be called Mikey Johnso than Mike Johnson. And now we get to fuck with the divisions on PipDown. Why is there a different character limit for that one specific UI element? I have no idea. It's weird, isn't it? Mikey Jinkles. Mikey Jinkles is lovely. That's really nice. I like it. So we've got to remove all these guys from this division and move them over to the brand new intergender division, of which Barbara is the champion. So we need to remove all these guys. Am I allowed to have a division with no one in it? Looks like I am. That's good. So, Disco, Leon, Simon, Brian, Rules, Danny, Red Thunderman, Piss Jericho. That's it. That's our new men's division. Arguably, Simon Miller should probably be near the top, considering he just lost it. But I'm not going to do any more than that, because the divisions are cool, but they don't seem to really do that much when it comes to title opportunities. So there we are. Cool. Don't know that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, the divisions are up to date. Means we can crack on with BENXT. And up first, we have the wide champion Seth Pissin Rollins versus Jack and Nism. Appears to be a rivalry. There's some sort of spoiler there, but hopefully, blink and you'll miss it. You didn't see it. Will Seth Pissin Rollins overcome Jack Anism? Only you can have your say. Yes. Yes. That's right. Now, a reminder, next week the streams are going to be shifted slightly. I'm going to be streaming Tuesday to Thursday instead of Monday to Wednesday. Resident Evil Village will be on Tuesday. BENXT will be on Wednesday as normal. Pokémon will be moving to Thursday next week. So bear that in mind. If you're just here for BENXT though, you're going to be sorted. Don't worry about it. I miss admin. Don't worry, we'll come up with some more. We'll do some more in a bit. Promise. I promise we will. Okay, let's get this thing underway. Seth Pissin Rollins, the wide champion. To start us off on this episode of BENXT, let's freaking go. Piss it down. He is the wide champion. Per his contract, he will be represented, or presented, I should say, in wide vision for his entrance. Seth Pissin Rollins, the wide champion. My goodness me, you've joined me at a time that's difficult to explain. Thank you so much for the raid, Cultaholic. Welcome in, everybody. That is Seth Pissin Rollins. He is our wide champion. He was briefly being presented there in wide vision, which is why he was so wide. This is a non-title match. And he's going up against Jackanism. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid, Cultaholic. It's Sam on a Wednesday, isn't it? Did you guys have a lovely time? Thank you so much for the raid, Sam. Hope you had a good stream. Jackanism, spawned, of course, from our Worst Games Ever episode all about the Pirates of the Caribbean game, where they called QuickTime events not QuickTime events, but Jackanisms. He is represented in physical form now on the BENXT roster as a Jack-A-nism. And he's going up against one of the most capable wrestlers on the entire roster in Seth Pissin Rollins. So my hopes are not high, but I do have them. So that's it then. Seth Pissin Rollins. Oh, he disappeared briefly. Last year, of course, was arguably the year of P-Volution, that being the stable led by E.E. Tim, who is still the BENXT men's champion. His stablemates held tag team titles on both PipDown and BENXT. Both tag teams have lost those titles since. Could this be the year instead of the Undisputed Era, headed by none other than the wide champion Seth Pissin Rollins? Seth Rollins, the wide champion. Piss Jericho was the former PipDown men's champion. They've held gold across divisions before. But could the golden shower prophecy come true? Sorry about that. Come true for the Undisputed Era this year? We shall see, as a rope break will force Seth Pissin Rollins to release that submission hold. And Jackanism's not really been able to do much of anything so far. Milesy20, thank you so much for the Threemstree streak, by the way. That's right. Oh! And a springboard. What was that? I couldn't quite see it. Completely missed, regardless. I was looking at the chat there, and now it's Jack's turn to be able to do something. Oh, but a leg screw there from the wide champion. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry at all. Right hand from Seth Rollins. Spins him out. Oh, ripcord knee. And Jackanism just crumples. Seth Pissin Rollins really showing why he is the wide champion. And it's a stat I'll bring up until the cows come home. And I'm not expecting those cows anytime soon. And that is that Seth Rollins entered at number 2 in the bloody hell in the BENXT Rumble. And he lasted all the way until the final 3. He is a tough, tough competitor, but a bad miss off that Phoenix Splash does mean that Jackanism is back in control now. It really is a shame that this game doesn't have a Paul Burchill entrance. That would fit Jack very well. It would. It would indeed. And Jack locking in a submission of his own, and Seth Rollins able to roll out of the way. And Seth now, elbow drop to the thigh, knee area, and what's Seth looking for? Oh my goodness me, Seth was calling for something and Jackanism decided to, I believe, sacrifice some of his signature bar to spring straight back to his feet. Basement dropkick catches the wide champion flush, and now Seth ducks out of the way, but Jack in full control again. Down goes Seth Rollins, and Seth's starting to take a bit of punishment here as Jack beckons for Seth to get back to his feet, and Jack now looking quite impressive, and again into the cover this time, and it's a kick out of 1. Seth Rollins not nearly hurt enough just yet. Oh my goodness me, tope straight to the outside from Jack, but Seth Rollins saw it coming. Seth springboard frog splash to the spine of Jackanism, and Seth Rollins could well be smelling blood in the water now. Referee thinking about getting in the way. He loves to do it. There he is, moves directly in front of the camera. That's what we like. That's what we like to see. Boot to the spine from Seth Rollins. Seth now off the ropes. Big knee strike to the face of Jackanism, and then an elbow to follow it up. And Jack is slowly crawling back to his feet, but Seth Rollins is looking powerful here. Oh, I think that was a forearm maybe to Jackanism. And now what's Seth calling for here? Jack stumbling to his feet. Up to the top. Oh no, springboard. Knee strike. Down goes Jack. And Seth Rollins has his finisher. Jack rolls out of the way though. And now tries to walk Seth over to that turnbuckle. Gets him there. Referee getting in the way. Referee moves out of the way. Referee moves back into the way. Exceptional spatial awareness from the referee. Knows exactly where the camera is. Knows how to block it. Knows how to block it. And Jack, slingshot senton into the cover. Imagine if Jackanism manages to score the upset here, but Seth Rollins kicks out at 1. Just a 1 count. And you know what? As much as I love the ability for the AI to like duck out of the way, it never works because they duck out of the way and then they stand there. And the person they... Oh, and a spear from Jackanism. And Seth Rollins has been absolutely smashed by Jackanism. Could Jack get the win of his entire career? What happened there? Oh, Seth Rollins reached out and put his hand on the rope. That was a horrible view of what was going on there. Really could have made it more obvious. And Seth Rollins, I think, could... Get out of the way, referee. Seth Rollins could be in for the... Oh, no. I was about to say could be in for the upset of a lifetime. Drop kick. He manages to spring back to his feet, though, and he's in control again, is Seth Rollins. Springboard. Oh, God, gets absolutely all of that. And still not enough to put away Jackanism. Seth Rollins, though, could be looking for the piss stomp. No! Oh, into a cutter. Jackanism counters the piss stomp into a cutter. We have never seen this from Jackanism before. He's got his game face on tonight. He did his research. Seth Rollins, though, with the counter, and now hoping to get a tap-out victory, wrenching back on the neck of Jackanism. Has Jackanism got any more fight? He has. He rolls out the way. Boot to the midsection of the wide champion. The wide champion counters. Counter again from Jack. Jack now with the strike. Forearm drops the champion. Back and forth these two go. Jackanism has 2 finishes secured. Massive elbow drop. That is Jackanism's finisher. Can Jackanism put away the wide champion? This will be the upset of all upsets here. No, he can't. He can't do it. But he's got another. He has another finisher. One more will do it, Jack. Just cling on and you could put away the wide champion. Seth Rollins rolls out. Schoolboy rolls up Jackanism. Is Seth Pissin Rollins going to win with a roll-up? No, he's not. Counter from Jackanism. That is a rope break if I have ever seen it in my entire life. Still another kick out. What is it going to take for this match to come to a close? Uh-oh, Seth Rollins, piss agree, and down goes Jackanism, and that's surely it. To put the exclamation point on, there's the piss stomp, and Jackanism, despite being incredible in this match, falls to the wide champion, Seth Pissin Rollins. Oh, hang on a second. That's the BENXT World Champion, EE Tim, who we have not seen since Walrus Mania. And it appears that he wants to become Timmy Two Belts once again. Because with that one gesture, it seems that he has got his eyes locked on Seth Pissin Rollins'
Seth Pissin Rollins'
wide championship. Piss faction action indeed. EE Tim, the leader of P-Volution. Seth Pissin Rollins, the leader of the Undisputed Era. All-out faction warfare could erupt soon. Applause, though. Applause, absolutely, for Jackanism, who was absolutely incredible in that match. I really thought he was going to win. But ultimately, with a piss agree and a piss stomp, Seth Pissin Rollins is victorious. Wow, what a bloody match. Swarthy Mofo, thank you for the resub. 8 months. Good morning to the greatest show on the internet. And good morning to you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Apologies, I don't make these streams very often at all. Can we not spectate the matches from different angles to avoid the referee? I think there is a setting you can change. There is. You can change camera angles at will. The front-on view is still the best view. We can have a manual camera that we can move around. The referee's not in the way very much. And I find it quite funny when the referee decides to go into business for himself. But you're right, it is possible to change. It is possible to change it. But I find that angle to be... I mean, if it was a real wrestling show, they'd be cutting to different camera angles every bloody 3 frames. But that's absolutely the best way to view it, in my opinion. Even though the referee does love to shove his face in the camera. Up next, everybody! Shrek goes one-on-one with Dick Machinko. Can we not have a little person ref? Here's the thing, right? A feature I would love for them to introduce is a customizable referee for Universe mode. Because while you can have special guest referees, in the settings for each show, so for BENXT and PipDown, you pick which referee you'd like. I would love to be able to create a bespoke referee, like maybe one of our roster who like retires and they just become a referee, and then they're always the referee. A bit like Dragon's Dogma, where you can, you know, create a whole team of people and some of them are just, as their, what are they called, pawns, and they just follow you around. Create a ref, exactly. I'd love that. I think that would be amazing. Just a little feature that surely wouldn't take too much. Drinks Fairy referee. I'd love that. That's the kind of small tweaks I'd make to Universe mode to really customize it. Also changing the background thing there, which you can do, but I don't think you can put a custom image on it, which is a shame. Otherwise it would be BENXT, of course. Maybe I can do that. Should I look into that? Yeah, probably should. Should we look now? Should we look now? Should we look now? Time for admin. Barber ref piss. Rules boss ref. That would be good. A rules boss referee. Drinks referee. That's great. That's really good. Excellent, albeit slightly awkward wordplay, which is my very favourite. The drinks referee. Good stuff. Chortle earned from me. Big Chortle. Down with Big Chortle. In the pocket of Big... Shut up. What are you talking about? Show details. So, look, you can go in here. Our referee is Adrian Butler. There he is. See, these are all referees that actually exist in real life. I want to make one myself. But I'm not allowed. Maybe we should have a female referee. How does that sound? Maybe we should do that. About Jessica Carr. Jessica Carr. Let's put Jessica Carr in. Sorry to that guy, he's blocked the camera too many times. I like Jessica Carr, I think she's great. Matchup screen. So yeah, you've got access to all of these ones for the various shows. And they look like this, which is cool. I don't think you can make custom ones, though. You can have weird shit, you know? Which is good when you're making custom pay-per-views, but like, if it's a weekly show, I'd kind of want it to say BENXT on it, but you can't do that, which is a shame. Again, hopefully they... That's great. Look at that one. That's amazing. Hopefully they add that, though. Oh, God. Those look phenomenal. I'm a big fan of those. Anyway, point being, these are the kind of little tweaks I would make to Universe Mode going forward. And I think, assuming I reviewed 2K26 for Push Square, which I believe is the plan, as it has been for the past few years, doing this stream every single week has given me a renewed sense of what I would like these games to offer. Previously, my main focus was how it plays, how it looks, the accuracy of the roster, and how good the career mode is, because that's what interests me. But having put so much time into Universe Mode, I'm acutely aware of far more things now that I would like to see added. And they're only small things, because I think Universe Mode is incredibly... what's the term? It's very customizable, and it's impressively versatile. That's the word I'm looking for. But there are certain things I would like them to change. So, hopefully we can do that. If we did BENXT in last year's WWE game, we wouldn't have been able to have intergender wrestling, for example, which would have been a massive setback. So the addition of intergender wrestling in 2K25 was huge, and hopefully they keep that in all future games. So, and of course, is there an amazing island mode to spend all our money and effort on? Absolutely. You know that that's going to return in 2K26 and we're all going to hate it. That's where the focus is going to be. Regardless, up next, Shrek versus Dick Machinko. It appears to be some sort of rivalry, so I'm just going to skip straight past that. Predictions will be live shortly. Shrek versus Demo Dick is the match that's up next. Get your predictions in, everybody. Jessica Carr. She will be biased for the car tag team. The Matisse will never lose. That's it. Jessica Carr biased for cars. Confirmed. All right, let's go. We're off.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Stillwater, weighing in at 267 pounds,
Chuck. That's the closest we could get to Shrek. Shrek debuted quite recently on BENXT. And he's here for his second official outing, assuming he gets to the ring before the end of the stream, of course. He's nearly there, though. He's nearly there. You've got 50 seconds to get your points wagered. He, of course, is up against Richard Machinko, a.k.a. Demo Dick, the rootinest, tootinest, most dangerous man on the roster. And Demo Dick is a former two-time BENXT men's champion, so he is not to be trifled with. And I think you get that impression loud. What is this song? You get, I don't think I've ever listened to it this far before. You get the impression pretty soon after hearing his entrance music, which we're going to listen to right now. I can't skip it. It won't let me skip it. I stopped the music, but it won't let me. We're going to watch Shrek do his entire entrance. Okay. He had his music cut because we thought we could skip ahead, but we can't. Here we go. Here comes the former 2-time BENXT Men's Champion. Cover your ears, children.
Drop dead, motherfucker, you fucking amateurs.
And his opponent from Pennsylvania, weighing in at 257 pounds, Richard Magna.
Whoa, apparently that... Oh, hang on a second. No! Demo Dick was still making his entrance, Shrek jumping him before the bell. This match is not officially underway yet. Oh, big, heavy strikes from the king of far, far away land. Oh no, and all the body weight of Shrek crashing down on top of Richard Machinko as Shrek lifts him back to his feet and Demo Dick sent into the ring. And Shrek boot to the hamstring, and now this match officially starts. We're off. Big right hand from Demo Dick. Drops Shrek. And Demo Dick now. Forearm to the face of Shrek. I don't know if Demo Dick doesn't normally wrestle in his hat and glasses. So I assume, as is usually the case, we're going to have a cutaway and he will remove those. But that has not happened yet as Demo Dick begins to dissect the Swamp Thing. Double knees to the spine. How rude. Does a 45-minute intro and then interrupts his. I know. Horrible, isn't it? The disrespect. Springboard Superman forearm from Demo Dick into the cover. Shrek is down. New BENXT referee Jessica Carr says that is a 1. A 1 count as Richard, goes for the slingshot kick. Shrek nowhere to be seen though. Shrek, counter from Richard Machinko. Into the DDT, and now Demo Dick. Right hands and left hands and right hands, give it a pet and then an uppercut. And Shrek is down. Demo Dick starting to feel it. Here's that cutaway where Demo Dick has removed his hat and glasses. Shrek sent into the ropes. Pop-up punch. Just a straight punch to the face. And Demo Dick fully in command here. Very much in the driving seat. Shrek staggering to his feet as Demo Dick scoops him up. Puts Shrek into the tree of woe. And a counter from Shrek. Surprisingly athletic is Shrek. Massive clothesline. Demo Dick back to his feet. Big swing. Sent for a ride by Shrek. Shrek calling for it again. Spinebuster. And Shrek's rolling here. Shrek has his signature maneuver. And he has Demo Dick up. And just plants him down. Demo Dick sent for a ride by Shrek. Into the cover goes Shrek. And that's a kick out by Demo Dick. But look at the finisher that Shrek has stored and ready to go. This would be a huge victory for Shrek if he was able to put away a former 2-time BENXT champion. Shrek now calling for his finishing maneuver. Demo Dick's in trouble here, into a powerbomb position. Has him up, spins him round, and down goes Demo Dick. That is absolutely thunderous. And is Shrek about to get his first win on the BENXT roster? No, he's not. Bloody hell, that was close. We're not worthy, chant the BENXT universe. And they're right. They're in the presence of greatness, and that greatness is green and gigantic. Shrek, full of confidence. Demo Dick, wobbly, full of blood. Back elbow from Shrek. Demo Dick goes down. Shrek off the ropes. Rolling neck snap. And Shrek now. Counter from Demo Dick. And Richard now. Full mount. Right hands to the face of Shrek. Springboard moonsault. Gets absolutely all of it. And Richard Machinko is very, very close to his signature. In fact, he has it now. He's backing away from Shrek. But Shrek still manages to catch him on the other side. And a counter from Richard Machinko. He may have Actually raked the eyes there as he sends Shrek into the ropes. Superman, oh, Superman punch misses, and Shrek has the signature instead. One German suplex, he holds on, spins him out, big clothesline, Demo Dick turned inside out, and Shrek now could be closing in once again on his first ever victory on BENXT. He has a finisher, he's going to go for the cover though. Is it Shrek's time? Looking directly at Shrek's underpants, I don't want to look at them. Shrek is officially on the scoreboard on BENXT. His first ever victory. Nighty night indeed. Quite frankly, I think it was the moment there, right at the end of the match, where Demo Dick unfortunately missed with his Superman punch signature maneuver, which would, of course, grant Shrek with it. This was the moment here. And Shrek would absolutely level Demo Dick. And Shrek has defeated Richard Machinko. Looks like we did Brexit numbers in the predictions. Well done, everybody. Shrek victorious. For the first time ever on BENXT. What's he doing? Is he going to take... I think he's going to take a shit. Let's just skip that before he takes a big stinky poo right in the middle of the ring. We don't want to see that. We do not want to see that at all. We're off. Up next, the Aldi Red Thunder Championship is on the line. 6-person battle royal. Billy Ray Walrus, the current champion. I think he's now a 2-time Aldi Red Thunder champion. Let me consult the spreadsheet here. Let me check. Where's Billy? Billy Ray Walrus, 2-time Aldi Red Thunder champion. He is defending against Ashton Matthews, who is a former Aldi Red Thunder champion. Emma the Bear, who is a former Aldi Red Thunder champion. Ann Horse, who has never held it before. Michael Jugson, who has never held it before. And Dr. Anal Hill, who has not held it before either. Dr. Anal Hill, of course, one half of the BENXT Tag Team Champions. And you know what that means? We get to hear the music. Here we go. I've taken a photo of the running order for the music. It's a complicated prediction, so bear with us. It will be live momentarily. Massive thank you to the mods. There it is. For sorting out these predictions. They do a wonderful job. Wager those BENXT bucks right now, because it's time for Billy Ray Walrus to defend his Aldi Red Thunder Championship. Here we go, everybody. Titles on the line. Now.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the All-Star Ring Total Championship.
And here is the first entrant, as drawn by the wheel. A former Aldi Red Thunder champion in her own right. Ashley Mrs. Hunter Matthews, looking to become a 2-time champ here tonight. Can she do it? Predict away right now with your BENXT Buckaroos. But if anyone's going to become a 2-time champion here tonight, there's a very good chance that it is this lady. One of the strongest, largest wrestlers we have on the entire roster.
From the North Pole, Emma the Bear.
And that is, of course, Emma the Bear. Let's reacquaint ourselves with Emma's achievements. 2-time BENXT Wide champion and former Aldi Red Thunder champion. She's never held the Women's Championship. She's not held the tag titles, but she is well versed in this match, and she stands to be perhaps the most intimidating? No. She stands to be the most intimidating presence in this match. Achievements is Bear. Absolutely, that's it. That's all you need to know. She is our Bear. Hi Tori, how are you? Welcome in. Anne Horse, though, would love to have a go at the gold. If, of course, that doesn't step on anyone's toes. She doesn't want to get in the way.
And introducing the challenger from Kentucky, in the Horseman.
Anne Horse is a little bit put out, I must say, by the fact that Napril is officially being delayed this year. She was very excited about it. It is, after all, her month. She has been placated somewhat by me telling her that we're doing May instead. But, you know, she was excited. She thought it's only 3 months away, now it's 4 months away. Perhaps picking up some gold tonight will make her feel a little bit better. But it does mean outlasting everybody else in this match, which is going to be difficult. Because now, it's time for the champion. Billy Ray Walters, the current and two-time Aldi Red Thunder champion. Probably could have been a better parent. But could he have been a better champion? We'll find out. Right, get ready to sing along, everybody. What have you had for your tea?
Hey, pop your head further closer. Hey, comfortable there. What's your name?
Michael Jackson.
You're fucking mad, aren't you? What have you had for your tea?
Garlic and cheese.
And introducing the challenger from Newcastle upon Tyne, England, weighing in at 100 pounds.
Forgot to say, Billy Ray Walters, of course, was officially voted the BENXT Men's Superstar of the Year for 2025. Michael Jugson was not. In fact, despite people enjoying Michael Jugson and his weird pale blue antics, he's not held a single title on BENXT. The beauty of this match, of course, is that it gives opportunities to people who might not otherwise have them, and tonight could be Jugson's night.
I fucking did.
Oh, you're the best stuff up and pulling stunts now, depending on you.
Well, I'm being doing stuff.
The phenomenal work of Ben Cooper there. As is this. Whoa, that's an uncharacteristic entrance for him. Gonna need to fix that. He's too excited. He's not usually this excited. But he's finally got gold. Let the man feel joy. No! He needs to be miserable and brooding. Dr. Hill looking to become a double champion tonight. He's been in a few of these matches, has not been able to quite get the job done. Could be different tonight. That music you heard there, Dark Pictures on the Wall, was the winner of the BENXT Slammy for Best Music of 2025. In brackets, the Ben Cooper Award. And we're underway. Dr. Goblin, 45 stream streak. Thank you so much. I ought to bloody start calling you Doctor Stream Watcher. Am I right? Because your ability to watch streams is downright PhD-orific. You just do if you take a screenshot of that, you could print it and put it in a frame on your wall next to your PhD. You're welcome. Okay, we're off. Everyone's beating the shit out of each other. The Aldi Red Thunder champion, Billy Ray, is on the receiving end of an attempted double elimination, courtesy of Emma the Bear and Dr. Hill. Manages to get out, though. Elbow for Dr. Hill and a big punch for Emma the Bear. And Michael Jugson, oh my god! That poison Rana from Jugson to Ann Horse, and I tell you what, Ann Horse might need to be turned into glue before we even see May. That would be devastating, but she's still got some life in her yet. Enzigiri drops Michael Jugson. Ashto in the centre of the ring there, taking it to the biggest participant in this match, that being Emma the Bear. And Billy Ray now, on the receiving end of a big mule kick from Ann Horse. And Dr. Hill working on the legs of the champion. You see these legs? The shoes of a champion. Emma the Bear taking a breather onto the bottom rope. Of course, a reminder of the rules if you're unfamiliar. The only way to eliminate someone from this match is to throw them over the top rope with both feet touching the ground. And last person standing is the winner, is the champion. That's how this would go. Jugson would fight a horse. Yes, very Newcastle upon Tyne, very Tyne and Weir is that. Proud tradition in the northeast is punching police horses specifically, not just regular horses. And Emma the Bear, quite frankly, could go for an elimination on Dr. Hill right now if she wanted to, but elects to dump him backwards into the ring instead. Jugson, oh no, Jugson's gone straight over. Oh no, there goes Ann Horse, straight to the glue factory. Immediately we've lost Jugson and Horse. Oh, and Emma the Bear hangs on as well. I thought Emma was about to disappear too. Bloody hell. Billy Ray clubbing blows to Dr. Hill. Emma the Bear turns his attention to Ashton Matthews. And, champion electric chair drop. Emma the Bear might want to prioritise Billy Ray, who is probably the only other person in this match who can match her strength for strength. Looked a bit dicey for it. What the fuck is Dr. Hill doing? Emma the Bear lifting up Dr. Hill. And Dr. Hill slips out, takes Emma the Bear out at the knee. Big right hand from Ashton to Dr. Hill. Tag team champion with the counter. And a stunner. Whether or not it's piss warm is up to interpretation, I'm not sure. Down goes the champion, and then a drop kick from Dr. Hill to Emma the Bear. And a counter from the Bear. The Bear now, big right hand. The paws are flying here, and then a headbutt as Billy Ray takes it to Ashton. Ashton with the counter, very close to the ropes now. And Emma the Bear stomping on Dr. Hill. Ashton walking around gingerly. She's taken a fair bit of damage in this match. And it's not going to be helped by... Oh, here we go. I was going to say not going to be helped by being slammed by Emma, but Ashton with the counter. Billy Ray. Oh, backbreaker from Ashton. And then dropping the champion. Ashton standing tall now. And Dr. Hill gets back up as Emma with the counter to Ashton. Boot to the face. And now... Oh, a headbutt for Dr. Hill's trouble. Dr. Hill being walked over to the rope. Could be about to see an elimination here. No double title tonight for Dr. Hill as Emma the Bear has him up. Oh, and he clings on. Emma the Bear tries to follow through though. Pushing him off the apron. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. We're down to 3. It's either a retention for Billy Ray Walrus, a debut win for Ashton Matthews, or a record-tying second reign for Emma the Bear. Billy Ray has gone. We're officially down to 2, and Emma the Bear looking to immediately capitalise on Ashton with her back turned. Oh, Ashton clings on, but we saw her eliminate Dr. Hill exactly this way. Can Ashton survive? Ashton can survive. Is Ashton about to become a 2-time champ? Emma still in control. Oh, counter from Ashton. It might be Ashton's time to hold the gold on a second occasion. Rolling neck snap. Emma the Bear very close to these ropes. And now Ashton spins round. Counter from Emma. I think Ashton was going for a finisher here. Emma the Bear though, finisher locked and loaded. Has Ashton up, spins her around. all the way down, that big spinning sit-out powerbomb, and now it might just be the simple matter of sending her in the direction of the ropes. And it is Emma the Bear, who is a two-time Aldi Red Thunder champion. She equals the record, goes the distance, and Emma holds the gold again. And here we are. This final four stayed in for quite a while. But ultimately, here is where we saw Dr. Hill desperately try to cling on. But out he goes. Ashton then able to eliminate the Aldi Red Thunder champion Billy Ray, ending his second reign at just 7 days. And here we saw the big powerbomb from Emma the Bear. And then Ashton did her best, but ultimately it's Emma who is your new champion.
All-Star Ring Total Champion Emma the Bear.
Emma victorious. Your new Aldi Red Thunder champion. Congratulations to Emma the Bear and everybody else who picked that dastardly bear. Up next, we have beloved 90s kids TV presenters Dave Benson Phillips and Neil Buchanan taking on the team of James Jenkins and Kat the Writer. This is maybe the second time we've seen James and Kat team together. But a victory tonight for either party would see them move up the Tag Team Championship rankings, potentially earning a future shot. Team Kids TV, and I believe I called them Triple Threat, go 2-on-2 next on BENXT. Let me find my music. I'm looking for my music, yeah. Got it. Okay, predictions are now live. Right in the childhood. Beloved Kids TV royalty or Triple Threat? Who's going to win? Let's do it. I have enough time to play both of their songs. These guys are former BENXT Tag Team Champions. They are not to be taken lightly at all. Very well established in this ring. Dave Benson Phillips, I believe, is a former Aldi Red Thunder champion as well. Let me consult the spreadsheet. Yes, he is. He is. Bloody hell, I need to stop the music. Stop the music. There we are. Slight overlap. I was too busy looking at my spreadsheet. Whoops. You caught me looking at my spreadsheet. DBP is a former Aldi Red Thunder champion as well. And here they come. Socks and Sandals, Limpy Biscuit enthusiast and cat enthusiast, James Jenkins and Kat the Writer, known together as Triple Threat. The Triangle of Terror. Close enough. James and Kat looking for their first victory as a tag team here tonight. Dave and Neil will have something to say about that though. A more favourable placement in the Tag Team Championship division awaits for the victor of this match. DBP starting things off for his team. James starting things off for his team. And we're away. And it's Dave Benson Phillips who leaps up and headbutts James Jenkins directly in the face. His nose is shattered. His glass is broken. He can't see anymore. Tag made immediately. In comes Neil. Ooh. And with the assist, a boot to the exposed midsection of James Jenkins. Wow, I don't even know physically how that's even possible, but impressive nonetheless. Springboard dropkick. Off the rope goes Neil. Rolling neck snap. They love to do that. They love to do a rolling neck snap. Neil now. Full mount. Left hands crashing down. Try it yourself, he says. Welcome to the control splat. James says, what do you mean? And then his nose is shattered into 1,000 pieces. And now James, though, with the counter. James Jenkins taking control. Neil rolls through, but walks directly into a right hand. Not even a back suplex, just lifted up and dumped down. And James now. Big splash, misses. Neil Buchanan manages to squirrel out of the way of that one. And into a powerbomb position now for Neil Bucakes. Oh, and he slams him directly down, right in front of Dave Benson Phillips. James is crawling for the tag. Dave is going to want to hurry unless Kat gets tagged in, and the tag is made, sorry. And Dave does not like that. Immediately catches Kat with a Superman forearm. And now Kat with the counter. Kat looking to get some offense. She's got her paws out. And DBP sent into the... Oh my God, there was some venom on that spinning heel kick. Unfortunately for Kat, though, Dave Benson Phillips was nowhere near her. Dave with the roll-up. Not going to get the job done. Dave now... Oh, just a knee dropped over the back of the head of Kat, the writer. And Kat sent into enemy territory. As Dave wanders over, tag made. A little bit of tag team offense here. And again, that boot to the midsection. We saw it done to James, now done to Kat. Kat, though, DDT plants Neil Buchanan. Straight into the pin she goes. Right in front of Dave as well. Insult to injury. And Kat now sends Neil into a friendly corner. Tag made. James, the legal person again in this team. And a double shoulder tackle from Triple Threat. Drops Neil Bucakes and then James follows it up. Kat having a bit of trouble getting out of the ring. Referee starting her count. Kat still not getting out of the ring. And Kat has now left the ring, I believe. I think she has, I don't know what the count is, maybe a 10 count? Anyway, look at the power of James Jenkins. Hoisting the former BENXT Tag Team Champion Neil Buchanan up above his head and all the way down goes Neil. It sounded like the ring was about to explode from that. Kip up from Neil Buchanan, running neck breaker from James. He was there, he was ready, immediately. And a diving tag. Dave Benson Phillips is legal again. James, though, able to take advantage before he's able to do literally anything. Plants Dave Benson Phillips. And James has Dave up again. Alabama slam. And Dave gets absolutely rocked by that, but a counter from Dave Benson Phillips to James Jenkins. Into the cover goes referee Jessica Carr. DBP sends James back into friendly territory. Tag made again, and it's this move again. They love this one. Big right hand from Neil Bucakes. Let's have a look at how the signatures are developing. James is the closest one to it. Neil Buchanan, the next closest. Dave, about halfway there, and Kat the writer, just over halfway there. And Neil's going to want to be careful, because once James gets this signature, it could be the beginning of the end for him, but it actually appears James sacrificed some of his signature bar to stand up early, and in fact he's going over to make a tag anyway, so it doesn't matter all that much. Kat, legal once again. Oh, and Neil Buchanan's hulking up. I think he's just earned himself a finisher somehow. And I can't really see Jessica Carr carrying on the proud tradition of blocking the view. I think Kat just did a really cool move, but we didn't see it. Hello, Larger Than Life, welcome in. Can we just show some appreciation for the jorts, sandals and socks combo? It is definitely a look. I appreciate it, certainly. Whoa! Kat misses wildly with that move as Neil lifts her back to her feet. Kat now sent into... Oh, and a counter from Kat. Oh, and Kat was going for a signature, but Neil Bucakes managed to counter it. And that, of course, means that Neil stole that signature. He's very close himself. He's now earned it. Big boot drops Cat the Writer. And now Neil could be going for a signature move. No, he decides to tag in Dave instead. Look, going for a slightly different tag team maneuver here. My God, that is a thing of beauty. Hurricane Runner from the top rope directly into a powerbomb. It'll be a miracle if Cat could kick out of any pin attempt if Dave indeed decided to go for one. He's not done it, though. He's not done it. Oh, and a neck breaker. Sort of a stunner neck breaker over the top rope. Oh, and it looked like Dave was mouthing off to the referee there, but I think it was just incidental, so that's fine. Dave rolls to the outside. Right hand delivered to Cat the Writer and a leaping headbutt. We've seen him do that earlier in the match. Dave closing in on a signature as well. Things starting to unravel for the team of James Jenkins and Cat the Writer. Cat though with the counter. Dave sent back into the ring. Cat follows suit. Ducks out of the way, does Cat. Cat now, eats a boot to the midsection, and Dave, where's he going? He's taking a bit too much time. Cat may be able to break out of it. She can't quite do it. Oh no, she sent face first into that turnbuckle, but she manages to get out of the way of that for some reason. Using wizardry, and Cat does actually have her finisher. She can't lift Dave Benson Phillips though, unfortunately. Oh, combination strikes from DBP, who could be about to go for something big here. Diving tag made to James Jenkins just in the nick of time. And Dave on the receiving end of a neck breaker from James Jenkins. James now lifts Dave back up to his feet. Spinning fist drops DBP. DBP looking at completely the wrong person. Cat is not the legal person in this match. And he decides to just level Cat for seemingly no reason whatsoever. James sends DBP into the ropes, ducks down, gets him up, plants him. And James has a signature. He could be going for the pin here. No, he's not doing it. What's he looking for? Full head of steam. Oh, a counter from DBP. Took way too long. And Dave now, Superman forearm, crumples James Jenkins. James, though, manages to turn DBP inside out. And James could be going for the cover now. No, still not. Deadlift, slamming down DBP. That is James Jenkins' signature. James could be positioning Dave for a pinning attempt here. And I think Neil might need to come in and break this up. No, Neil's decided he doesn't need to. Dave had plenty in the tank to kick out, seemingly. Mr. Stumpy, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you so much. 9 months. Really appreciate it. Congratulations on your golden badge. And what is this lunatic looking to do now? James Jenkins, top rope. Double axe handle. Dave Benson Phillips is down. And now, what was that? That looked like some shenanigans on the part of the AI there. Clearly, James was calling for his finisher. And then as soon as on the ropes, Neil called for the tag, James just started taunting, which allowed Dave Benson Phillips to do a diving tag. That was really weird. Not sure what happened there. Either way, Dave Benson Phillips escapes the finisher attempt from James Jenkins. And we might be about to see a tag team finisher here. Oh, atomic drop. Basement drop kick. Oh, pulls back on the neck. Skull and bones from the team of DBP and Neil Buchanan. And Cat is going to have to come in and break this. Where's Cat going? Cat ran all around the ring. Didn't end up breaking up the pin there. And of course, now that Cat has interfered, she is not able to come in and break up any further pin attempts until James tags her in. So James Jenkins is all on his own as Neil Buchanan plants James. And James could be about to meet the control splat as Neil Buchanan gets him up. Counter from James, though. James able to slip out. Massive clothesline to Neil. James sends Neil into his corner. Tag made. Cat legal once again. Oh, and that is not where you want to be. Hung up on the ropes. What was that from Cat? Cat did the weirdest super kick I've literally ever seen in my entire life. DBP had to come and break it up, though. Can we have another look at that, please? That was incredible. I don't really know I don't really know what that was. It didn't look like it connected, but DBP was concerned about it. Here we go. Let's get a good look at this. Cat with the devastating... nothing. The devastating nothing at all. That could have won her the match, which would have been really funny. But it doesn't matter. Tag team wrestling, the crowd is chanting for. I'm hearing new crowd chants I've never heard before. Dave Benson Phillips is not allowed to interfere until Neil tags him in. And Neil on the receiving end now of a James Jenkins assault. He has his finisher. And if he can hit it, that is really far. Then this match will be... Oh no, what was James thinking? What was James thinking? He's still able to take advantage though. Neil not quite able to get to his feet in time. And James Jenkins with the I Love Limp Bizkit powerbomb. And we might be about to see the first ever victory for the team of James Jenkins and Kat the Writer. We bloody have! James and Kat have done it. They have managed to earn their first victory, and it is at the expense of the former BENXT Tag Team Champions. Bit of technical fuckery there, but ultimately it was the tactics of Kat the Writer hitting that nothing super kick on Neil Buchanan, which forced Dave to come in. Then Dave wasn't allowed to come back in, and then off this powerbomb, the victory earned for Kat and James. Incredible work from these two. Huge victory tonight. They did it. They bloody did it, which means it's time for our main event. And that is a one-on-one match between Dominic Pisterio and the other half of the BENXT Tag Team Champions, Silas the Dog Boy. Now, before we do that, I don't know about you, but I think it's time for some admin. Would you guys like to do some admin with me? Come on. We can do it. My issue is that these guys have a weird entrance when they're on their own and they have a title, and we need to fix that. We need to fix that. So let's fix it. Let's fix it. Champions. Not these stupid champions. I want to see the real champions. No, they're probably not in here, are they? Dr. Anal Hill, there he is. Custom entrance. The Axeman, what? Surely not. Motion the Axeman. Oh yeah, that's right. So for his title motion, we need to change it to a regular motion, and we need to make it the Axeman again. Where are you, you bugger? Is it not an option? Where is it? Where's the Axeman? Is it under A? That would be just like this game to do that. Oh, fuck. Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, of course it is. Some of them that begin with the are under T. Some of them are not. Good. So we'll update that. And we need to update Silas the Dog Boy as well. Swathy Mofo, thank you so much for coming along. Hope work goes well for you. I'll see you in the VOD. Silas. Guys, we've got a new Dark Pictures anthology game coming soon, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So excited. It's going to be weird streaming it on my own, but that is the plan. I think logistically, being able to coordinate streaming the entire game with multiple people would be almost impossible. So, I apologize in advance, but I assume and I hope that you're still looking forward to it and we can have a wonderful time together. I'm going to give him the cane entrance. Normally he has the cane entrance when they're together. Let's see it. Let's just make sure. Yeah, that's terrifying enough, sure. And we'll change this one to Kane as well. Cool. Done. When is the date? I love those games. I don't think we have a specific date yet. I think it's Q1. So it should be soon. Certainly the first half of this year. Hopefully. And then we're going to get right on that bugger. We're going to get right on that bloody thing. And now, I know I said that I would let Funky Barbara walk out with both the interim and the regular men's championship. But quite frankly, I'm not sure how often we're even going to see her with both those belts. So I think it's time to design the Undisputed Championship. Do we have enough characters for it? Undisputed. We actually do. That's great. Can I put that in here too? Still listed with the first half of 2026. Awesome. I can't wait. Really excited. I've played through Supermassive Games' games so many times. It's a staple series for me and my siblings. We don't get together very often, but when we do, we slap one of those on. We have a fantastic time. They're brilliant. Love them. So, oh God, Undisputed. Unfortunately, there's no option for PipDown. Unpipsputed. I like it. SmackDown. Men's Championship. Right, we got to make this thing look really shiny. So I'm thinking gold and gold. Gold and gold. Maybe the belt is slightly, the strap is slightly gold as well. Let's get really gaudy with it, you know? Oh God. Can we change the material? You can make it... Oh God, that's horrible. No, surely not. We can't do that. Can we? Do you want to make it a concrete title? That is horrible. Great. Well, everyone's going to want to have that. Undisputed is a great idea, but we already have a faction called the Undisputed Era. And I don't want them to think that it belongs to them. You know what I mean? Okay. That is the horrible new design of the undisputed... Oh God, you got me saying it now. The Undisputed Men's Championship for PipDown. You want it concrete. Should we have a look what it looks like as concrete? Unremarkable. There's no real obvious visual identifiers that is concrete. So, steel it is. There we go. So, Barbara won both titles. God, look at it. It's horrible. Which means we have now got to strip her of the interim championship. And she's just the undisputed champion now, because she's unified them. She's combined them. So, oh, fuck's sake. So let's go ahead and fix that. Remove champ. There it is. Undisputed PipDown Men's Champion, Funky Barbara Pierce. Perfect. That is the admin concluded, which means it's time for our main event. Dominic Pisterio of the Oh, God, help. Dominic Pisterio of the Undisputed Era takes on Silas the Dog Boy in our main event. Hope you guys are ready for that. Titanic main event on the way. Prepare yourselves for all-out war. It's not all-out war. That'd be crazy. Oh! Potential foreshadowing of what's to come. Predictions now live. Dark Pisher, very nice. Like it. Let's go. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, right. It looks a bit heated. These guys are just going at it straight away. No time for entrances. They're tussling back and forth. The bell hasn't even rung. The official needs to get control, say the subtitles. The official doing their best, and maybe we will get some semblance of control and a bell. Let's hear it. We're underway officially. Silas the Dog Boy, the BENXT Tag Team Champion, against Dominic Pisterio of the Undisputed Era, who, per the festive edition of BENXT, is the Figgy Pud Champion. Never forget, Dominic Pisterio is the Figgy Pud Champion. Oh, and a massive dropkick that completely misses for some reason. He had a very wide target. Was not able to connect though. Dominic sends him down. Elbow drop to the spine of the tag team champion. Springboard moonsault. Gets absolutely all of it. Dominic now off the ropes. Rolling neck snap. Love to see a bit of that. Dominic boot to the midsection. And now what's Dom looking for? Repeated stamps to the sternum and chest area of Silas the Dog Boy. This might be a bit of a mismatched contest, which I was not really expecting, especially given the size difference. Silas the Dog Boy holds a bit of gold that perhaps is of great interest to the Undisputed Era, and a victory tonight for Dominic Pisterio. Oh my God. No, that's a bad dog. Don't do that. A victory tonight for Dominic would maybe send the Undisputed Era on their way towards an opportunity at the BENXT Tag Team Championships. Of course, also sniffing around the scene are Kat and James Jenkins. In fact, every single tag team on the BENXT roster is hungry, and they are looking for those belts. Springboard dropkick, and that'll do the job. Missile dropkick from Dominic Pisterio. Gets out the ring, gets back in the ring, keeping us guessing. Keeping us guessing as Dominic to the middle rope. Silas the Dog Boy starting to stir now. A quick boot from Dominic, who then gets down. Again, keeping us guessing. Not keeping Silas guessing, though. He saw that coming, sidestepped it, ducks under. Silas does have his signature maneuver, as does Dominic, actually. And he's got to be careful. Both of them have. They're roughly as damaged as one another. Headbutt to the groin of Dom Pisterio and a stamp to the midsection. Silas the Dog Boy calling for Dominic Pisterio to get back to his feet, and Silas now walking Dominic to the ropes. Oh, and look at these strikes. Oh, and now he's biting the head. We've seen Silas do this before, biting the head of Dominic Pisterio. Top rope crossbody. That is a big old dog flying across the ring. And now Silas potentially looking for his finisher. Grabs a handful of hair, and face first goes Dominic Pisterio. This could be the end here. A very, very powerful, dominating pin indeed from Silas the Dog Boy, and it is enough. Silas the Dog Boy has easily dispatched Dominic Pisterio here. Bit of an unfortunate night here for the Undisputed Era, as I'm sure they were hoping for a victory, but after a loss earlier tonight for one half of the Dark Picture Pals, they pull it back in the main event.
Do I have time, or is it too late?
Okay, I see it. Yeah, Ben, I think you missed the ref slapping Dom in the face, but it's worth the replay. There it was, we saw it. The referee going into business for herself, absolutely smashing the crap out of the face of Dominic Pisterio. Did that contribute to Dom's inability to kick out? Or in fact, would it, as with most people, wake them the hell up and have them kick out because they're like, what are you doing? Get off me! Jessica Carr doing an incredible job here in the main event of BENXT. Wow, that was great. I enjoyed the slapping. Jessica Carr doing an impeccable job so far. Does Jessica Carr have an agenda? We don't know yet. We haven't seen her officiate any matches involving cars, and that's really going to be the telling factor, isn't it? Now, gang, we move on to PipDown. Now, I am going to go and visit EE Tim in a minute because I need our wee-wee. But we can at least see what the computer has laid out for us on PipDown. We need to sacrifice one of the matches for the weekly Little Kongstrong tables match, of course. So let's see what we have been given. Duronk and Pistratus have a promo. Oh. Oh. Gollum goes one-on-one with Commander Piss. The Vent Pervert goes one-on-one with the Pufferfish. Bonquit and Bonklin go head-to-head. Bloody hell. Sorry, it's pronounced Bonquit. It's pronounced Bonquit. Bonquit and Bonklin collide. And in the main event, Chevrolet Matisse. There's lots of question marks. It's quite clearly Barb Pistotier. I don't know what that means. And I kind of want to see if that's broken or how that plays out. So if I'm going to cut one thing, it's going to be the opening promo, because I have a feeling that this one could be absolutely fucked. So I want to see how that works. Let's get rid of this. We're going to sacrifice this for the tables match, which means, of course, it is time to spin the wheel. There it is. The wheel. Tables match, 5-way. A reminder that the former Little Kongstrong champion, the Red Thunder Man, actually set a record last stream when he became the first ever... Oh no, is he still current? No, he's not. When he became the first ever Little Kongstrong champion to defend his title. This championship has changed hands every single week apart from last week, where the Red Thunder Man managed to win 2 matches in a row. Unfortunately, he couldn't go 3 in a row, and Lieutenant Hank Anderson made history as well when he became the first ever 2-time Little Kongstrong champion. But that means that he's got to defend his title tonight, and we need to remove... Oh, fuck. Can I remove the manager? I don't want Bonklin to be a man... There we go. Okay, cool. Spin the wheel time. Here we go. We've got 4 slots to fill. I'm looking at the wrong window. Here we go. Who challenges? No repeat entrance, of course. Gollum is not going to count. We are spinning again. He has a match already tonight. Oh, God! It's her match. It's her match. There is a heavy bias from the wheel for the Drinks Fairy. Pippa's mum is called forth for surely a record time. She gets another shot at the Little Kongstrong Championship. 3 spots remain. Ooh, Chunk Boy, who we have not seen wrestle before, I don't believe. Oh no, we have, apparently. 1 win, 1 loss, according to the stats you can't see. Chunk Boy, our beloved. Bless him. Fucking Snorlax killed him. 2 slots remain. Hello, PlayStation Nation. Brian Michael Bendis is called by the wheel, and finally, with 1 slot remaining, it goes to... Is the Chevrolet Matisse wrestling tonight? Gonna have to double check that. I'm gonna stick her in anyway. And then we can always go in and spin again if we need to. Yes, in the main event. Yeah, she is, isn't she? She's in a promo. Okay, then we're going to respin the wheel. Yeah, there she is. Respin the wheel. Respin the wheel. get the wheel back. Here we go. Final slot actually goes to... It's a Pokemon reunion. It's Disco Gary. Bloody hell. So tonight on PipDown, we are going to see... Go away, wheel. Chunk Boy, Disco Gary, Bonquit, and Bonklin. That's quite the spread. That's quite the pokey spread. Quite the pokey spread, if you ask me. Now, I am going to go chat with EE Tim. I'll see if I can get an exclusive interview with him in regards to why exactly he called out Seth Pissin Rollins. And I will be right back in just a second. Don't go anywhere or I will be sad. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm thrilled to announce that Pippa the cat has decided to join us, and she's been here for some time. I just wasn't aware. She's lying on a beanbag next to my PC. I'll see if I can get a photo. Pippa? Hey. Right, she's actually having a bath. So, anyway, there she is. Proof of life. There she is. She's chilling. She's not wrestling. Why would she? It's just a show named after her. It's like when they made SmackDown and named it after The Rock's catchphrase, and then The Rock was there every week, but he was backstage and never wrestled. It's a bit like that. She's just hanging out. She doesn't care. Up first, everybody, we are starting off this week's PipDown with the Lidl Kongstrong Championship match. Predictions will be live in a second. Did I even say predictions there? I think I said predictions. Don't quote me on that. Take a photo of the music running order. Are you bloody ready? Let's get this thing loading. Predictions will be live in just a moment. Right. Are you ready, gang? Predictions live. Let's do it.
The following is a fatal five-way tables match and is for the Lucha Libre Stampede Total Championship.
Close enough. The goal here, of course, is to put someone through a table If you do that, you're the champ.
Weighing in at 228 pounds,
Brigan Michael Bengis has been in the championship picture pretty much since day one here. He's won multiple championships. And I believe tonight he could be looking to join Lieutenant Hank Anderson as becoming a two-time Little Kongstrong champion. Oh God, where is it? I just had it selected. There she is!
From Newcastle upon Tyne, England,
Pippa's mum, a former Little Kongstrong champion in her own right, has held the title before and has been called forth by the wheel about 6 dozen times, which is impressive because there haven't even been that many matches. Could tonight be the night that she becomes a two-time champion? That's a shame about the predictions. I think they do get a bit weird if you're watching on the app. I don't know if you're watching on the app. If there are multiple options. Which, oh my God. Which is stupid and, well, weird bit of Twitch design, considering it's their system, that doesn't work. Terrible. And here's Chunk Boy, presumably descending from heaven, although he's spending an awful lot of time up there. Is he going to come down? Chunk Boy is gracing us with his presence very slowly. The first time I'm seeing this entrance at least, so I'm confident in saying that this could possibly be his first singles match in PipDown. Chunk Boy was of course murdered by a Snorlax in our Nuzlocke, and it was very sad. But he lives on in BENXT. And tonight he could win a championship. He captured our hearts. Can he capture a championship? He's nearly down. Oh my God! He's died again. There's no way he survived that. It's been, for the record, 1 minute and 10 seconds. Are we cremating him? Oh God, no, he's fine. Okay, it's taken him 1 minute and 20 seconds to start walking down. He's finally nearly here. We're going to have to skip it though. Chunk Boy is in this match. And now it's time for the champion.
Hello. Welcome to the Detroit Experience.
Team Bring It from Detroit, Michigan, weighing in at 270 pounds.
Hank Anderson, the first ever two-time Aldi Red Thunder champion. Could he equal a record here tonight by defending his title? An uphill task, to put it mildly. But he's broken records before, so he could well do it. And our final entrant is the disco dancing dragon himself. R.I.P. in peace.
Weighing in at 315 pounds,
It's Disco Gary. Disco Gary is here. And, did he ever get to meet Chunk Boy? I can't quite remember. Was Chunk Boy after Disco Gary's time? These two may well be meeting for the first time. Or they could have just come from hanging out in heaven. Disco dancing in heaven. Disco Gary is here. Little Kongstrong Championship on the line. Let's get started. Get ready for the splat. Ooh, never gets any easier, does it? And we are underway. Little Kongstrong Championship on the line. Hank Anderson, the champion, sends Chonkboy across the ring. Forget quite how big Disco Gary is. Chonkboy, by comparison, is actually really quite small. He should be way bigger than that. We may need to increase the size of Chonkboy as Pippa's mum takes down Chonkboy. And now she's punching a mythical dragon twice her size. Impressive, absolutely fearless, very brave. 2 tables on the outside. Chonkboy could be about to put Hank Anderson straight through one. Got to keep an eye on that because sometimes this match can end in the blink of an eye. That's a table down there. And Chonkboy and Hank Anderson are all on their own over there. Nobody to stop them from putting one another through that table. So someone's probably going to want to go and help things out here, or at least pick up that table. And the Drinks Fairy is absolutely doing it. She is an expert in this match. Oh, and she manages to get some iframes to clip through Brian Michael Bendis, who throws himself from the top rope. And now she takes it to the champion, and the Drinks Fairy, if she can send the champ in and get the table set up. No, she's deciding to perhaps do some damage on the apron. Where's she going now? She's wandering off. And now we've got Pokémon on Pokémon violence, as Disco Gary and Chonkboy lock horns, as it were. And the Drinks Fairy decides, you know what? Second table. But what about second table, she says. Which one will she set up? The answer is her AI is a bit confused and she's not really sure what to do. She's sort of just waiting, pacing patiently as these guys beat each other up on the outside. Could be a good strategy. She decides actually that she would like a piece of the action. Oh my god, and the camera smashes straight into the lighting rig as the Drinks Fairy takes out Disco Gary and then avoids Chonkboy, and then Brian Michael Bendis flies in from the side as well. Hank Anderson drops the elbow on the thigh of Brian Michael Bendis. Disco Gary now doesn't quite connect with the Drinks Fairy the way he probably would have wanted to. Ben, should I have a Cadbury Twirl first or Dairy Milk Buttons? Buttons, I think. Because then you can have one at a time, and that's nice, isn't it? That'd be nice. It's still all breaking down on the outside. No table has been set up yet. And there's been no attempt to bring things back into the ring until now. 3 members of this match back in the ring. Chonkboy standing there. The crowd are chanting for tables. That's a third table. They've bloody got them as Brian Michael Bendis cracks that table over the head of the Drinks Fairy. Fez press from the champion. And smacking Chonkboy in the face. Drinks Fairy leaps back into the ring. Brian Michael Bendis now. Oh, a double team effort there from the Drinks Fairy and Hank Anderson to Brian Michael Bendis. And now these two renew hostilities immediately afterwards. Oh! Takes Hank down at the knee. Brian on the receiving end. Oh, of a Scorpion Death Drop, courtesy of the Drinks Fairy, who has looked quite impressive in this match so far. But as we have learned time and time again, just because you're performing well does not mean you're going to win. And it's the Drinks Fairy who finally sets up a table. Chonkboy rolls in. I thought he was about to collapse it, which would have been really annoying. Drinks Fairy. Oh, Code Red. Not quite near enough to the table. But the Drinks Fairy is alone with Brian Michael Bendis in the ring. She misses with... Oh no, Brian wasn't quite in the way, but Brian is potentially in the drop zone. We've got a terrible view. Can she throw Brian through accidentally? Is the Drinks Fairy about to become a 2-time champion? Let's see. She's done it! The Drinks Fairy is a 2-time Little Kongstrong champion. It's taken her a few months to climb the mountain again. But I know I'm biased. Obviously I'm biased. But she put on a masterclass there. She was on top of things from the get-go, as you would hope, having been in this match 6 million times. And she wins it, rather appropriately, in pretty much the same way she won her last one, which is by accidentally clipping the table just about. And she's a 2-time Little Kongstrong champion. She's done it. She's won the gold again. She was also favourite with 30% of the vote. Look at that. The people believed in the Drinks Fairy, and the Drinks Fairy has become a 2-time Little Kongstrong champion, equaling the record set by Hank Anderson. Update the spreadsheet. 2-time. There we are. She's done it. Let's go back to the replay. Drinks Fairy went through that table first, and therefore BNB should win. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see anything. I didn't see that. I personally didn't see that. So I don't know what you're talking about. I have had a message that says drinks for everyone. So if you want to place your order, the Drinks Fairy will sort that out. The Drinks Fairy, your new Little Kongstrong champion. Incredible work from the Drinks Fairy. Oh god, it's even worse when his picture appeared. I gagged when I read his name, and it's worse now that I can see him. Gollum, that horrid, wretched little freak, goes one-on-one with Commander Piss. Next. Oh. Terrible. We all want Audi Red Thunder sugar-free. Contractually, we're only actually able to offer Little Kongstrong. I should have been more specific. I apologise. It's just Kongstrong. So, I'll just send one to everybody, okay? Deal? Cool. Great. Glad we got that sorted. Up next, Gollum versus Commander Piss for some reason. Let's do it. I think you mean Pacific. I do. I always get that wrong. It's so easy to get wrong, man. Gollum and Piss. Shut up. He's talking about. Shut up. He's going to teleport in, everybody. Prepare yourselves. A jump scare every time. They won't even say his name. They won't even say his name. Weighing 102 pounds. Full stop. It's this guy. Who else could it be? Displaced 80, thank you so much for the resub. 9 months. My precious piss. Terrible. Thank you very much. He's plopping down to the ring. I don't want to look at him anymore. Go away, Gollum. And of course, he's going head-to-head with Commander Piss, the commander of the Normandy in Mass Effect 2, successfully led the suicide mission at the end of the game, by which I mean, when I say successfully, I mean she did manage to get most of the team killed, so big success in that regard. Former BENXT Wide champion. I feel quite nostalgic looking back at us playing through Mass Effect 2. We did that right at the start of me doing solo streams. And I'll be honest, the numbers weren't really there. People weren't that interested in seeing me play Mass Effect 2. I had a great time though. And I hope that one day, maybe we can do Mass Effect 3. But there's no plans for that anytime soon, for sure. And of course we concluded the playthrough by her dying during intercourse, which was always the goal. So, a success all round. Boo! The crowd softly booing. Not even aggressively booing. They don't really care. They don't have particularly strong feelings about it. And we're underway. Ooh, boot to the midsection. That's a knee, not a boot. Of course, those fabled moments where Commander Piss did succumb to sex death, as it's medically known, are emblazoned on her dress. There it is. Beautiful. If I sold a shirt that looked like that, would you buy one? No. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Down goes Gollum. which is what I like to hear. I'm sorry, you streamed it while I was asleep. I know, it was one of the morning streams, wasn't it? It's a difficult one time zone-wise. That series did give me one of my favourite clips you've got as a short. That's the dumbest way I've ever seen that fight done, congrats. Yeah, that was good. I just gave Commander Piss the power where she can zip towards people with special space powers. And we just cleared entire levels by breaking the game. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're talking about wrestling now, and Gollum somehow managed to hit a big boot despite the fact he only weighs 102 pounds. Gollum. Oh, God. Oh, no, just choking the life out of Commander Piss and then the headbutt. I think once you've done Resi 8 and 9, then you could do ME3 and Andromeda. Yeah, I don't know that I want to do Andromeda. But it's a nice suggestion. Once I've finished 9, I think I might like to do some more horror games. I think maybe we play the Silent Hill 2 remake. Because I know a lot of people experience these horror games vicariously because they don't want to play them themselves, which is understandable. So maybe we do Silent Hill 2 and then Silent Hill Silent Hilf. How does that sound? Anyway, we're talking months away. Regardless, Gollum, we're up to a count of 6 now. They really, really need to get back in the ring. We don't want this to win via count-out. Gollum has already won a match. He is technically on a winning streak. We can't have him win a second match. Referee up to a count of 9. Commander Piss is taking way too long. Oh, God, she just got there and Gollum was waiting. The running STO, better known on these streams as the little bit of moniker. And Gollum does have his, his signature. Commander Piss manages to slip out, though. And the DDT from Commander Piss will take out Gollum. Gollum on the receiving end of a spinning punch now, and he decides to roll out the ring, sacrificing some of his signature bar. Oh, and just choking Commander Piss and pulling her forward, horrible. Gollum up to the top rope. Commander Piss. Oh, just moves out the way, and then a basement dropkick to Gollum. This is what we like to see from the former wide champion. Has Gollum held a title before? I think he has. I think they're both former wide champions, aren't they? Spreadsheet, what do you say? Yes, unfortunately they are both former wide champions. In fact, I think Gollum held it before Commander Piss, which is very upsetting. Commander Piss. Gollum sent into the ropes. Commander Piss misses wildly. And again, we see the AI do that all the time. Sometimes they just completely biff the rope spots. Gollum, springboard, head scissors. Oh my God, Hurricane Rana there. Gollum taking the Commander to her limit. Gollum now has his signature. Could be about to go for it. Commander Piss rolls out the way. And I think actually Gollum's completely lost his signature bar. So I think Commander Piss technically countered Gollum's signature, which means Gollum has to start again. Commander Piss into the cover. Legs on the ropes. That is cheating. Referee did see it, though. And Commander Piss professing her innocence. But it's not going to fly. Referee did spot it. Samoan drop there from Gollum. I don't really know how he has the strength to lift up Commander Piss, what with his brittle, hollow bird bones. Oh, no, Gollum. I hate it when he does cool stuff. He shouldn't be legally allowed to do that. Gollum to the top rope. Commander Piss in the drop zone. What's Gollum going to do here? Piss getting back to her feet. Gollum. Big drop kick. Oh no, hang on a second. What the bloody hell is this going to be? Oh my goodness me. It's the Undisputed PipDown Men's Champion playing distraction on behalf of Commander Piss, who rolls up Gollum. Referee is there. Commander Piss not able to capitalise on the distraction by her family member, Funky Barbara Piss. The run-in not quite paying dividends, and Commander Piss has a finisher stored. I don't really know what she's waiting for. Drops the elbow on Gollum. Presumably, she shatters every single bone in his torso. In doing so, up to the top rope goes Commander Piss. Gollum Back to his feet. Gollum rolls out the way. Grabs a hold, forearm to the spine. Commander Piss sent into the ropes. Gollum ducks under. Gollum gonna do something sinister. Back body drop. Hello, YV1. How are you? How you talk about Gollum is how I picture Vince talked about anyone under 6'4" in WWE. With absolute disdain and disgust. Gollum, don't you fucking dare. Gollum, no! Oh, God! He's officially on a winning streak. Gollum is officially on a winning streak. That's 2 wins in a row for Gollum now. A pure 50-50 split there in the predictions, but Gollum, unfortunately, despite the interference of Funky Barbara Piss, was still able to put away Commander Piss. Boo! Terrible. Absolutely dreadful. Did not want that to happen. Pretty upset that it did. Actually, very upset that it did. Up next, the Vent Pervert goes one-on-one with the Butterfield champion, Pufferfish. Now, these two actually had a match at BENXT Stand and Deliver just the other day. And it was the Pufferfish who reigned supreme, seemingly running things back here, but this is a non-title match, of course. Maybe the Vent Pervert will be able to successfully take out the Pufferfish this time. We'll have to see. Just watch your knees and elbows and every joint in your body, because the Vent Pervert's going to find it, and the Vent Pervert is going to snap it right in fucking half. So, big whoa! Mild spoilers there again. It appears that there's some sort of rivalry occurring. A very normal, unproblematic fish, exactly. The pufferfish is just a fish. Stop talking about it, it's just a fish. Vent Pervert and Pufferfish one-on-one next on PipDown.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring.
Wow.
Weighing in at 230 pounds, the Boss Man.
Batman the Vent Pervert officially arrives for his first PipDown match. Debuted at BENXT Stand and Deliver, as I said. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, look who's lying in wait. No! The pufferfish hiding behind those steel steps and jumps the Vent Pervert. Having some problems with the predictions, not a problem at all. As and when they're ready, this match has not officially started yet, so it's all good. Hello, Deadeye Minis, welcome in. When you think about it, your nervous system is just a series of vents, and the Vent Pervert wants in. Horrible. Horrible. Why their silhouette's so similar. Would actually struggle with a Who's That Pokemon. The predictions don't like the word pervert, I think. Okay, you can put Batman, it's fine. Or you can put Pervert instead, if you fancy. Put any consonant in. Do whatever you'd like. Oh, German suplex to the Vent Pervert on the outside. Again, this match has not officially started yet. Both participants need to be in the ring. The prediction is now live. Why fight? Penguin is a mutual foe. Very good. Predictions are now live. Wager those BENXT bucks as the pufferfish is absolutely demolishing Batman on the outside. Perverts. Good reference. Batman slammed. The pufferfish has already earned a signature and a finisher. I don't know how that's happened. Poor Batman's not been able to get out of the gates here. And again, we haven't even started this match yet. They need to enter the ring for it to begin. And finally, Batman goes in. The pufferfish goes in. And we're underway. The bell rang like 3 times, but that's okay. That's okay. Batman, boot to the midsection. DDT delivered to the vent pervert. Into the cover goes Batman. Kick out at 1. And Batman now scoops up the BENXT. Sorry, no, hang on. What am I trying to say? The Butterfield champion slams him down and into the cover. Not quite. God, it really looked like that nearly happened. A very late kick out from the pufferfish as Batman has the pufferfish where he wants him, garrotting that poor fish over the top rope. Batman sends the champion over the top rope. Counter from the Butterfield title holder, but Batman with repeated strikes, DDT, and the pufferfish is down, and Batman's doing something. Hang on, what's going on here? We cut away there briefly. I'm not really sure why. Was one of these guys wearing something that is only wearable in an entrance, maybe? I have no idea. Anyway, pufferfish sent over the top rope again. Counter again from the pufferfish, who climbs back into the ring, but Batman is waiting. Hip toss from the champion. Batman is groveling. He's crawling. He desperately needs to get some offense in, and the pufferfish... Oh, Batman gets out the way, and I believe the pufferfish was going for his signature here, and the vent pervert countered, meaning that he now has all of that blue bar, and the vent pervert closing in on a signature. In fact, he's got one. He just needs to be able to hit it. As he sends the pufferfish into the ring, and a clothesline drops the champion, and now it's the vent pervert who has a signature and a finisher. What's Batman looking to do? Batman to the top rope. Maybe he saw Harvey Vent. Very nice. Pufferfish stunned. Diving clothesline. Into the cover goes Batman. Referee is right there to see it. And that's not going to do it. Only a 1 count. And Batman looking on at the pufferfish. Groggy is Batman. Big right hand from the vent pervert. Counter from the pufferfish, who climbs back into the ring. Batman is prone. Elbow drop delivered to the heart of Batman. Batman sat up now as the pufferfish, big boot, basically takes the mask off the face of the caped crusader. We've seen this so many times, where someone in this match has a signature and a finisher, and then they're just beaten to a pulp before they can even do it. And that appears to be happening here as Batman's back is broken over that ring post on the outside. But no, there's still life in Batman. Oh no, the pufferfish is busted open. I believe that red flash indicates that the pufferfish is bleeding, and Batman, what's he doing? Oh my goodness me, absolutely plants the pufferfish on the outside. That was his signature. The pufferfish is in real trouble here. Batman needs to get him back into the ring though. You can't win the match out here. He's just waiting. He could be going for a count-out victory, but that would be very boring indeed. Oh, and there we go. Batman with a knee directly to the face of the pufferfish, and I think Batman's going to go for a count-out victory. Batman celebrating. He's just counting down the second, literally the 1 second, and Batman, in a surprisingly cowardly move, has elected to win via count-out. I don't think the outcome of that match could really be disputed either way, but Batman wins via count-out. Batman never kills. That's it. Batman did not want to go for the pin because Batman doesn't kill. A frustrating count-out victory. He slammed the fish with his signature there, and then this knee strike shattering the jaw of the pufferfish, and Batman, all he had to do was wait. The Vent Coward, victorious in his first PipDown match. Boo! It's a pretty good sort of Batman music, isn't it? I think. Anyway, he has defeated the wide... No, stop saying wide, man. That's not it. He's defeated the Butterfield champion. What will that mean going forwards? I believe these two are in a feud. So, potentially, we could see a rematch for that championship down the line. And if it goes anything like that match, well, Batman won't win because titles don't change hands via countout. But if he can pin him, then it'll be fine. So, lost all my points again for the millionth time. Maybe I should stop watching BENXT. No, don't stop watching. Keep watching. Just, you know, predict with one BENXT buck at a time. That'll be fine. Donny Ulfman's Botman. Yes. That's it. That's the music. Up next, Bonquit makes her PipDown debut against fellow trainer Bonklin. Turns out they're not related, but Bonklin's a good friend of her dad's, or a hated rival of her dad. I'm not really sure which. Bonquit makes her debut on PipDown next. A Pokemon trainer versus Pokemon trainer battle. We've literally never had this before. This is a first for us. Will it be the Nuzlocke Pokemon League champion Bonklin or the mere 8 badge holding Bonquit? Pfft, rubbish, right? Rubbish. We're doing it now. So let's go. It's Bonquit, actually. Just can't get the staff. Bonquit is here, and she's ready to make her debut. Can she do so with a victory over her dad's biggest rival? Let's find out. The predictions are very close indeed. Bonklin, though, no slouch.
Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 110 pounds.
Now, admittedly, up until now, he has practically existed in manager form alone, mainly for Los Pokémonos. But there was that one time he was called by the wheel to compete for the Little Kongstrong Championship, and he won it. So Bonklin has held a title before. But he faces stiff competition, presumably. I mean, we haven't got to that point in the Pokemon Scorched Silver playthrough yet, but presumably we bump into him again, I imagine in a similar fashion to how we found Red in Pokemon Heart Gold, in that he is something of a recluse. So maybe this is Bonklin after he's been out of the scene for years. We don't know. Maybe he's rusty. Maybe he's stronger than ever. Bonquit versus Bonklin. This might be the smallest match we've ever had before, by which I mean these two are the height of 10-year-olds, and that's what you would expect because they're 10 years old. We are having a battle between two 10-year-olds. I don't know how legal that is, really, but, you know, their parents said it was fine, and there was a professor next door who gave them a ball or something, so I think it's okay. I think it's legal. Bonquit all over Bonklin to start this match off. Diving crossbody. Bonklin goes down. Bonquit climbs out. Where's she going? Oh, I think she has a sixth sense. She knew Bonklin was going down. She sprints all the way around and then stops running and then goes to work on the leg. I thought she was going to spear him out of his boots, but apparently not. Bonklin with the counter now. And Bonquit, not quite sent into those steps. Lucky. Only Gollum against Bonklin would be less height. Gollum somehow shorter than everyone else. Bonklin up to the top rope. Bonquit needs to be careful here because she could walk straight into a double axe handle, and she does so. Bonklin taking out the star of Scorched Silver and then dropping an elbow as well. Referee giving us a prime view of the match. I think actually both of them took a bit of a nasty spill there. Bonklin ducks under. Belly to belly. Counter from Bonklin. She says, "This is for my dad." Big right hand from Bonquit. Bonklin sent into the ropes. Ducks down now. Does Bonquit? Bonquit waiting. Flips him down and then massive kick delivered directly to the jaw. Into the cover goes Bonquit. Is Bonquit going to be successful in her debut? No, not yet. Not yet. Still some fight left in Bonklin. Drop kick to the spine of Bonklin. Bonklin with the kip up. Surprising even Bonquit, but she was there. She was... Oh, wow, look at that. Unique kick there from Bonquit and then a kick to return the favour from Bonklin. Bonquit is down. Bonklin stretching that arm back. That looks very painful indeed. Referee going to check on Bonquit, see if she wants to give up. She does not. And she has Bonklin up. Oh, that spinning suplex into the cover. That is her signature maneuver. Is Bonquit going to win off that? Not quite. Bonklin still alive, but Bonquit has a finisher. And of course, we know what this is called. It is called My Dad is Called Jonklin. Can she hit the My Dad is Called Jonklin? She has him up. She gets absolutely all of it. Bonklin is down. And this might be an absolute walk in the park for Bonquit in her debut. She defeats Bonklin. Officially, Bonquit is the stronger Pokemon trainer. It's just science. Oh, hang on a second. Bonquit's not done. She's decided that Bonklin has not had enough punishment. Referee trying to separate these two. He goes to check on Bonklin. And now, I believe Bonquit is going to leave the ring as Bonklin is laid out by Bonquit. Bonquit successful in her debut. And poor Bonklin is the trainer that it comes at the expense of. Maybe one day we'll add Shorts Boy and Nurse Lavelle. Especially, I don't know if you heard this, but especially if WWE 2K25 is rumoured to be doubling its creator wrestler slots to 200. So we might have to end up having 3 shows. BENXT, PipDown, and some other horrifying third thing. I don't want to do 4 shows. I don't even want to do 3 shows. God. Anyway, big win for Bonquit in her debut. Just listening to this diving music, it's so lovely. Oh, it's fading out now. There we are. Beautiful. What a strong debut from Bonquit. The fact she attacked Bonklin after the bell leads me to believe that this is not the end of that feud. I'm sure we will see more from these two further down the line. This is not the last. This is not the last match. And those of you who tune in live next week, or even watch the VOD for Scorched Silver, next edition, you're going to have to tell those Pokemaniacs that only view that stream that you need to come along to BENXT on a Wednesday. Because Bonquit's there. And she wrestles. Hello, Wicked Willow. Good evening. Welcome in. Now, our main event is a promo between Chevrolet Matisse and 4 question marks. Now, it's sort of signposting who the promo might be against, but in my experience, it doesn't... Sometimes it breaks and it doesn't work. So we're going to cross our fingers and hope that... Whoa, we've got a mild spoiler there. Hope that something happens. I don't know. There'll be no predictions for this, obviously, unless a match suddenly happens. So, Monday Night Babs for the third show, possibly. It might be good to do a Raw, a play on Raw somehow. Monday Night Piss, BENXT, PipDown. There's a lot of piss going around. Slow down with the piss, man. Okay, we get the idea. All right, let's go. Here she is, the Chevrolet Matisse, the PipDown Women's Champion. Monday Night Paw, Monday Night Meow, because Raw sounds like Raw. Monday Night Bore, Barbara Raw, Billy Ray Rawus. There's a horrible pun just waiting out there. We will find it. We will find it. Here she is. She's got a lot on her mind, but what is it that she has to say? I have no idea how this is going to work. Let's all just prepare ourselves, shall we? She's got a microphone. Hey, I'm the car, and I'm the champion, and I'm gonna call out someone right now. Maybe. I'm not really sure why I'm doing this. Who's going to answer, whatever that was? Oh my god, it is Barb Pistottier. Here she is. I think it's the first time we've seen her in her armor as well. It's Barb Pistottier, fully clad in armor. And she's answering. This could be a match. We may need a prediction prepared for this. It might be, I don't know what the Chevrolet Matisse even said. Maybe she just initiated an open challenge? So it's Barb Pistottier versus the Chevrolet Matisse? I don't know if the championship's on the line. I have absolutely no idea. But Barb Pistottier is... Barb Pistottier, Barb Pistottier is... Pistottier. Okay, good. And we're underway. This is an official match. It is not for the championship. And it's the Chevrolet Matisse who draws first blood. Left hands coming down on top of Barb Pistottier, the successful linker of the flame. Or did she do that? No, she ushered in an age of darkness, didn't she? We defeated Japanese Dark Souls with Barb Pistottier. Predictions now live. Thank you, mods, very much indeed. Counter from the Chevrolet Matisse. Counter back from Barb Pistottier. Barb into a powerbomb position. Gets the chat. Oh no. Maybe going for a suplex. Pile driver. Counter though. These two countering back and forth here. Chevrolet Matisse sent into the corner. Barb Pistottier. Handful of bonnet. I don't really know. But the champion is stunned. And Barb is starting to roll here. We've not really seen a lot of Barb. I feel like I say this about numerous members of the Piss family. Alexa Piss is one of those, but Barb Pistottier I feel like we've seen even less of, especially in recent times. She was, of course, involved in that Bloodlines rules match in the festive edition of BENXT, where the Undisputed Era went head-to-head with the Piss family, and it was the Undisputed Era who was successful. And Barb marching the champion over to the corner. Awful long way to go, but she gets her there. And Barbara now... Oh, big clothesline. Barb, of course, the canonical daughter of Funky Barbara Piss. The bloodline of the Piss family continues to run strong as... Oh, Barb Pistottier drops the women's champion. Imagine what a victory here tonight would mean for Barb Pistottier, successfully answering the open challenge of the women's champion. Would that mean she gets a title opportunity further down the line? Who's to say? Imagine if the Piss family held the women's and the men's championships on PipDown. That would be huge. Barb dragging Chevrolet Matisse with the counter, though. Barb Pistotier does have her signature maneuver, but it is the Chevrolet Matisse who's in control now. She stamps on the digits of Barb Pistotier. Barb remains down. Chevrolet just rubbing Barbara's face into the mat, and then an elbow drop to follow things up. Stamp to the arm. And now Barb being brought back to a kneeling position before being slammed again. Champion in full control now, working her way towards her signature maneuver, as Barb really has just been eating offense and a big boot to the face. Barb stumbling to her feet, and the Chevrolet's right there. Looks like these two are going to exchange blows now. Massive chop from the Matisse, replied in kind from Barb, and a big open palm strike from Barbara Pistotier. I was using her full name, using her government name there. Of course, it is actually Barb. She prefers to go by Barb. Barb missing with that one. I believe, actually, unfortunately, she collided with the ropes and there was enough separation that the game decided, actually, that's enough of that minigame. We don't know what to do. Barb up on the shoulders, slips out, and Chevrolet Matisse needs to be careful here. Oh, Barb countered. Oh, the spinning back elbow. And Barb is busted open now. Barb bleeding from the forehead. Deep six from the Chevrolet Matisse. We've seen her win matches this way time and time again. Up into a suplex position. Delayed vertical suplex from the champion. Barb is stunned. Chevrolet Matisse could well be calling for the end now if she can hit her finisher, which is, of course, hitting Barb Pistotier with a car. But Barb needs to be in a standing position for that to happen. Up to the top rope goes the Chevrolet Matisse. It looks like she's going to try and do some mad stunts off the top rope. Barb back to her feet. Double axe handle, and Barb is down. Into the cover goes the PipDown Women's Champion. Kick out at 1. Barb very much still in this one. Counter from Barb Pistotier, and now Barb is on the attack. I can't remember what Barb Pistotier's signature is, but it could well be a move that runs in the family. Maybe the Pissworm Stunner. That didn't work at all. That did, though. Big clothesline. Drops the Chevrolet Matisse. Chevrolet Matisse sent for a ride by Barb Pistotier. Still calling for it is Barbara. Spinebuster. And Barb Pistotier in full control now. Big splash. Oh, completely misses. That was Barb's signature maneuver, going for the splash. And the Chevrolet Matisse managed to roll out of the way, and now the Chevrolet has a full signature and a finisher. And Barb gets... Oh no! Barb does not get hit by a car. The Chevrolet Matisse tried to hit Barbara with that running spear. Of course, Barb would have been hit by a car, and that probably would have been the end, but Barb got the knee up, and now Barb has stolen the Chevrolet Matisse's finisher. Oh, and now it's the Chevrolet who's bleeding, as Barb could be closing in on a victory over the PipDown Women's Champion. Big splash in the corner. Chevrolet goes down. Barb climbs out through the middle rope, up to the top rope. That is way too far. There is absolutely no way this is going to connect. Elbow misses. As predicted, both participants getting back to their feet at the same time. But it's Barb who gets to her feet first. She just needs to hit her finisher, and she's got up the champion. The big ending, the B ending, the Barb ending is Barbara. Barb Pistotier. It's so difficult not to say Barbara. Barb Pistotier with the Barb ending there. Very nearly putting away the champion. And the champion now with the counter drops Barb Pistotier. And Barb could well be on the receiving end of a second signature maneuver from the Chevrolet Matisse if that's the case. And it is. It could be good night for Barb. Thank you so much for coming and congratulations. No. Still no. Surely the Chevrolet Matisse should have won it there, but she's going to try and hit her with the car, and she does. Barb gets hit by the car. Into the cover goes the PipDown Women's Champion, and it's the champ who is successful tonight. A very game and very impressive performance from one of the lesser seen members of the Piss family in Barb Pistotier. But she's the PipDown Women's Champion. And there's a level that comes with that, or rather a gear that comes with that. Chevrolet Matisse just in a higher gear tonight than Barb Pistotier, successfully winning this call-out open challenge, whatever it was. Not entirely sure. But the Chevrolet Matisse walks out victorious. And that's our main event for PipDown. Would you guys like a sneak peek at what we can expect on next week's BENXT? I would. We're not going to do any customization yet. We will add the Aldi Red Thunder Battle Royal next week. But let's have a look what we got. Let's have a little peek. Next show. Here we go. Okay, apparently there was NXT Spring Break-In. Thankfully, we've gone over that because I was not prepared for that. It's not on our calendar. Shrek and Dick Machinko run it back. Scandal Penguin with Seth Pissin Rollins in his corner. Goes one-on-one with the BENXT Men's Champion, EE Tim. Emma the Bear and Grimace have a promo. Billy Ray Walrus goes one-on-one with Brian Butterfield. And in the main event, it's Dominic Pisterio versus Dr. Anal Hill. Round 2. So one of those will be cut. We've got a couple of repeat matches there, so one of those will probably go. But that's what we can expect next week. Now, unfortunately, sadly, I am going to have to call it there. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me today. I hope you've had a fantastic time. I have. And I will be back next week, streaming Tuesday to Thursday. More Resi Village on Tuesday, BENXT on Wednesday, Pokemon Scorched Silver on Thursday morning. So hopefully as many of you can come along as possible. Hello to the VOD squad as well. Thank you for watching the VODs this week. We're going to go raid Buddy Games now. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your evening, everybody, and a fantastic rest of your week and weekend. And I will see you all next week. Bye, everybody.